Now this is, it says partial incomplete repair, but it's not recorded as damaged. This screen is a little bit different to this screen, and I remember from the photos of this. Oh, there's no bonnet hinge. There's one bonnet hinge.
It's completely stripped.
Yeah, there's not much in there.
I was gonna say 35 grand right now isn't bad, but
yeah, it's pretty good.
But this really wasn't the type of four-wheel drive car I was looking for.
So, although this could be a good deal, we're going to swing over to the SUVs.
I then looked at this, a front-end damaged GLE 63.
It's on £7,300 at the minute, selling for around 35 grand, and it's a category N. Oh,
But it still didn't tickle my fancy.
no, I'm not feeling the inside. It's not topping the Urus.
Then there was this one, an Aston Martin DBX. From the outside, it looks like there's very little damage. Pretty much a brand new car, which is sometimes quite worrying at Copart.
Come on then, let's go and have a look at my favourite one.
The Aston Martin DBX, and this does not even look damaged at all.
If it's only 5 grand, I'm bidding.
12,500
JJ was
at the
smoked.
minute.
What up,
This is a
Jason?
£150,000 car, and it's on 2,400 miles. Apparently it doesn't run. This is really nice. It's got like a carbon kit on. Look at that.
Wow.
All carbon. Oh yeah, this is proper nice.
nice.
it's like your Vantage interior, but 4x4 version. Looks well good.
But it was hard to understand why a car in this good condition wouldn't start. So my dad opened the bonnet to try and find any
I'm
clues.
bidding. I'm bidding.
What's in it? What's happened?
They've just took the
Nothing.
covers,
It
that's
looks
it.
really bad. Yeah, there's no engine in it or anything.
I don't get why it wouldn't start. Why won't it start?
The car's a category N, which means non-structural, but we still couldn't figure out why it won't start until I looked at the ad closer.
Ah, flood.
Oh,
Is it a flood? Yeah,
It's a
I thought it
flood.
might.
Yeah.
If it has gone in water, I wanted to see whether any of the electrics worked.
Yeah, look at that. All the electrics work.
So if they all work, what happens when we try to start it?
And
1,000 miles.
this is definitely. He's liking this, aren't you?
Do you know if I had a car that had done 2,000 miles, I definitely wouldn't be driving it through a flood.
We got the guys from Copart to try and start it just in case anything broke, as we didn't want to be responsible. But nothing.
just clicked. Yeah, that's the hydro locks, isn't it?
If an engine has drove through a flood and sucked up some of the water, then when that enters the combustion chamber and the piston goes up, the piston won't be able to compress the water, which would hydrolock the engine, and in most cases, mean you have a bent conrod. To fix this, you basically have to rebuild the engine.
This has got a lot of potential for a daily. It's grey, it matches the Urus as well. But this isn't the car that I wanted to come and see. The car I wanted to come and see is the next one.
The Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Rolls-Royce's first all-wheel
damn, that
drive
shit got wild about the
SUV.
kid, too.
This one's a little bit different to the standard one. You can see that this Rolls-Royce has got an urban kit fitted to it, which makes a huge difference. And not only that, on the listing, I can see that this car's only done 139 miles. It's basically brand new. So what's wrong with it?
Well, apparently, it also runs and drives.
What's the catch?
It's a Category N car, non-structural, but it's been wet.
We're doing this again. Do you approve of this?
You can see that the Cullinan is flood damaged, but the fact that it's saying it runs and drives makes me think that the engine wasn't running when it went into the water, or it never went deep enough for it to suck the water into the engine. So this could be a bargain.
Nice car.
It is nice.
Does it smell?
Mileage.
Not really.
It's very dirty.
Yeah, I bet they've been in and out. 2 keys, logbook.
Enemy battleship sunk. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy submarine spotted.
That looks a bit wet.
Yeah, it's an umbrella, it's meant to get wet. I think the water went quite high.
What do you think that?
Have you seen in there?
Oh yeah.
Look at it. Oh, it's a bit.
Let's have a look on the end.
It went quite high. I've seen Cullen's go deep underwater.
It's an off-roader.
Yeah, but not
How deep?
become a submarine.
Supposedly, the Cullen can go into water as deep as 540 millimeters. Not deep at all for an off-road car. Our first step was to open the bonnet and see if there was any sign of water there, but it pretty much looked all brand new. Even the oil cap looked completely normal. No signs of even condensation.
So I've been looking at this car for a few weeks now as well, and I noticed it did sound Copart run and drive, which is what really like enticed me to go for it. And because it's got the Urban kit on, I actually contacted Lenny at Urban Automotive to see if he knew the car, and he messaged me back and he said that it's one of his high-end clients which bought the car brand new, had the kit fitted to it, and the garage at his house flooded. He said up to the headlights, which is high. Very high.
We actually managed to get in contact with the previous owner who sent us these photos of his driveway. He was unsure of how high the water actually got to at its peak because he was away, and this is what he just come back to. But he also shown us that he paid £380,000 for this Rolls Royce.
In this car, isn't all the electrics in the boot?
Yeah, as we remember from the race, all the electrics are in the boot. We've got a jumper pack on it now.
Now when we say electrics, we mean there's a lot of modules in there.
So we've got the battery cables. This all looks corroded down here. This and all of this, I think is to do with the radio. Should we check all the electrics work first before we start it?
So what would that be in the car?
Well, we know Rolls-Royce and BMW make good cars. How good? We're about to find out. I also car vertical checked this car as well to check that all the history checked out. And when I put the VIN number into car vertical, it come up that the car is registered as damaged as category N, which they have to categorise a flood damaged car anyway. But also you can see that it literally only had one owner, and then the mileage checks out at 139 miles. It's not gone anywhere. And then it's come straight to here. So we can see the full history of the car and there's nothing dodgy on it. Whether this car runs or not, we're about to find out. But I do want to find out whether the electric works, because this could be the best Christmas treat ever.
Right, will the seat move? Got
So
two
we've got
jumpers
two
on.
jumpers on.
Oh.
It's not looking good for my seat. It did work. Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's
It's like it's not got enough power. Yeah.
Oh, and oh no.
Oh, and then off. But all the radio stuff is in the back. So can we get accessories? Yes. We've got ignition. This thing doesn't seem to want to stay on. And the seats don't want to move, which could be an issue.
Deciding factor, does the headlining work?
Rolls-Royce known for the stars in the ceiling, but unfortunately, not on this one.
It's doing weird things at the minute. Apparently it starts. I've gone for it.
What happens if... Oh.
Do we just keep going?
It was reluctant, but eventually, it did go.
It's smooth.
Runs well smooth.
Why is it?
That runs smooth.
Yeah, it just sounds like a normal Rolls engine.
Engine lights on, and we've got a lot of faults on the dash, but my seats still don't move. And I can't reach the pedal. All the faults are electrical, which is not ideal. I don't think any of that's going to work.
You also get TVs in the back of the seats, but being that the seats weren't working, I can't imagine the TVs would either.
Just the views.
What's your thoughts?
It's a really tough one. It could be a few clean-ups and things work. Seats is an issue. Oh, the door doesn't close either.
There's also a button underneath the dashboard which allows you to automatically close the doors, and that wasn't working either. But on the plus side, the engine's running and the ride height control was working as well. We could raise or lower the car.
Are the headlights working?
Yeah, headlight. Yeah, they're working. Yeah, and full beam.
Okay. So some stuff's working.
Now the thing with this Rolls Royce compared to the other cars, this car had a buy it now price. And the buy it now was at £162,000. Less than half the price the previous owner bought it for. But before I committed to buying it, I wanted to scan the car for fault codes to make sure there was nothing drastic that was missing. And this meant turning the engine back off.
Read it.
Something. 100%.
The good news is it's reading it.
And then a lot of fault codes started appearing.
We'll clear them all off, and then we'll see whether anything works again and what comes back.
And surprisingly, there wasn't actually that many which come back. And a lot of them were all related to modules in the seats and in the boot, the lowest points of the car.
All of these are all module faults, but there's not many faults anymore.
So could it really be just a few faulty modules to get this car to work properly? If it is, then it's an easy fix.
Start it again. See how reliable it is.
First try.
First stop.
But again, it was reluctant to start.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he used Pi for 5 days straight. Day 1, he
BMW.
At first, I thought maybe it's just a corroded connection from the battery to the starter motor.
Definitely not got a ghost on, has it? Because this is exactly the same as what mine did,
Yeah, we're in
didn't
the
it?
Wraith, yeah.
Remember when we did the Wraith, it did exactly the same.
A ghost immobilizer is something people install to prevent people stealing the car when it's keyless entry. With a ghost immobilizer, you have to put in a special code, which can be a sequence of buttons inside the car before you press the start button to allow it to start. If you don't do it, then it could cause this similar sort of issue.
It started and then not started, it started, not started, but we think it's got a ghost on it, and I didn't know whether he knew whether it had a ghost on it or not, and if he does he know the code?
So I called Lenny at Urban Automotive to see if he could find out whether the previous owner had installed a ghost on it.
I texted him, I said, has that got a ghost? He said, no, I hate them, worst thing in the world. No, it hasn't.
Okay, alright, well that solved our problem then. Okay, no ghost, but no start.
Something wasn't right, so we decided to shut all the doors on the car, lock it, and then try again after we'd waited.
So we know there's no ghost on it, so we can't figure out why it won't start again. We've left it to sit now, and I've had a think. I think the deal breaker on this car is going to be, if it starts and drives this time, I'm taking it home.
How far has it got to drive?
It's got to drive to the end of that post there,
Okay, that's the
and then we're
decider.
taking it home.
Okay, I'm
Yeah?
excited.
This is my Christmas present to myself. Loads of electrical faults. Yeah?
Swapping.
No, we're not swapping. You can't reach the pedals because the seat don't move.
Neither can you.
Right, let's get the jumper packs on again.
Here we go again. This time though, it's for the car.
Go.
But it was still reluctant to start. I couldn't work it out. The starter motor must be okay because it started the first time. Unless there's some kind of electrical fault. So I got the reader out again to scan for fault codes to see if there was anything preventing me from starting the car. But I couldn't see anything. But randomly, Ethan pressed the button.
Repeat start attempt.
And it went.
Okay, let's see if it goes in gear.
This is it.
My Christmas special.
Are you ready?
Go on, send it.
Ooh.
Yeah!
It's driving well good.
The Cullinan was actually driving.
You gotta get it to that wooden post.
We're making it. And it stopped.
So after being fully submerged underwater, the car still ran and drove. The two main things a car needs to do.
This is a beast.
It's actually working.
Yeah, look at that.
Say hello to my new whip. This is mine. This could be the worst mistake ever. Oh, it could be pretty good. I really like it.
So this is the first time ever that I'm actually buying a car from Copart and attempting to drive it home. And if you plan on grabbing a bargain from Copart, get yourself a membership to bid on the thousands of cars at the auction every day. And they've even joined up with a green parts specialist if you're after car parts as well.
Here we go.
Yeah, cruising.
The same driver colour.
You look tiny because your seat's so far back.
I can't adjust the seat. I've just bought myself one of the best Christmas presents I've ever bought myself that I never thought would ever happen.
But unfortunately, it's not all plain sailing.
My head's stuck.
This car's only done 151 miles now, but we've still got a lot of faults. Remember, the engine only starts when it wants to, the seats don't work, there's no sound in the car at all, the display only seems to stay on for a couple of seconds, there's hundreds of faults on the dashboard, we've got no stars in the ceiling, the doors won't close with the button under the dash, and the Spirit of Ecstasy doesn't rise from the front grille. So we need to start fixing those faults. So far, it's doing alright. Made it to a petrol station, we cannot turn it off, we can't risk it. Look at that as a setup.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is mental.
Did you ever think you'd have a Urus and a Cullinan?
No way.
It literally smells like bacon.
It did smell weird. At first, we thought it might just be some water from the flood that's being burnt off by the exhaust. But we turned out to be so wrong. The Rolls still managed to make it all the way home, but I noticed a noise coming from the boot. Battery acid.
Yeah,
Is the battery like shorting out?
the battery will set on fire.
The battery was releasing some form of gas. That's not good, is it?
No, that's not good. Turn it off quick.
It's off. Car is off. That battery is stinking. It seems like it's overheating or it's shorted out. So I wanted to get it removed and away from the car as quick as possible.
Is that swelling? I wonder if it's like swollen.
And when it disconnected the negative wire off the battery, I realised how close we were to a fire.
That is red hot. Ow, ow. That is really hot.
I'm just hoping because of this it hasn't caused any more damage to any of the other parts on the car. But after we turned the car off, the battery seemed to have stopped gassing out. But just to be safe, we took it out of the car and down into the middle of the garden, as far away as anything as possible.
Leave it there now.
And then the next day, I can assess the damages.
I have 3 businesses that are selling on Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. It's just helping push and drive sales. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business. But Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted. I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify.
Shadows traveling.
Blocking vision.
Wherever they run, I will follow.
So it's the morning after, and I've realised I bought a Cullinan from Copart, and it nearly had a massive battery fire in the boot. But I've been doing some research, and I think I know what the issue is, apart from it being submerged in water. So there's no power to it now. The battery's over there. That battery is no good to anyone anymore. That is fully expanded. But what we think's happened, the battery is overcharged itself. It's basically just, there's been no regulation to that battery charge. So if we get the boot open now, I'll show you why. Yes. Well, visually, most of the damage looks like it is inside this boot area. All of these modules visually look damaged, and as we've been doing a bit of research, it starts to make sense because we can work out what exactly these modules do. And the first one which come to mind is this one here. And that module there, after googling the part number, comes up as a battery charge regulator, and that's just in charge to make sure that the battery doesn't overcharge itself, and if it overcharges itself, it ends up looking like what happened last night with the battery about exploding. This module here, after googling the part number on this one, is a coach door module, which explains why the doors won't open and close from the button. This one here, after googling this one, is in charge to power up the starlight ceiling, and that would probably explain why the starlight ceiling doesn't work. This here is the amplifier, and this is all the radio controls for the display in the center, which would explain why that's probably not working and there's no sound in the speakers. This
is another battery here, which actually powers, it's called an auxiliary battery, and that powers all the electrics in the car. So like your screens on the back of your seats, and maybe even the display in the middle as well. And this is a power regulator for that battery. So really our first step is to take all this out, find part numbers, see if we can order them from Rolls-Royce, or see if we can get second-hand ones, or see if we can fix them. Let's get them out.
So again, I'm just hoping that all of these problems with the Rolls are stemmed from all the modules in the boot. And once I remove that charging module, you can see, well,
that's definitely perished.
next off was the coach door module. And I opened this up to see inside, well, a bunch of corrosion. Then out comes the amplifier, and I could already see here, there's loads of corrosion and signs of water got inside.
Oh, that is a bit wet.
Then the auxiliary battery's out, and all the other modules. Alongside the modules, there is this sort of connection box here. Now, it doesn't actually contain any electrics in it, but a lot of the wires connect through this. And the reason I think so much water got in the boot, well, you see on pretty much every car, they have these sort of pressure release holes in the boot. So when you close the doors, the pressure from the inside of the car can escape. But that's where I think the water's got in.
Right, I've ordered a lot of modules, but some I haven't. This is expensive, but it's not actually anything that technical. All these are fuses, and providing all these fuses are all good, including the pyro fuse at the back, I can't see why we can't reuse this, providing we clean it up. Good.
All the connections still seem okay, but it's not going to harm us cleaning everything up with some electrical contact cleaner to make sure it's more than okay. It only takes one bad connection, and that could cause our intermittent starting issue. After we clean it, the connections and the fuses looked a lot better. Now it's just a case of putting everything back in the car, along with the new battery charge module that I ordered as well. I found the Rolls-Royce actually uses the same battery charge module as an 8 Series BMW, and because of that, it was only £67 from eBay. Along with that, I replaced the auxiliary battery, the small one, which I managed to get from eBay as well, and of course I had to replace the big main 12-volt battery.
Right, I'm just gonna I'll put the bare minimum in, which I think needs to start it. Absolute bare minimum. Will it start? On the key. I'm just gonna go for it. If it turns first key, we celebrate.
I'm ready.
Repeat start
attempt.
And then stops. Same kind of thing. I wonder whether the same bad connection is on the starter motor as well. Do you know, like the connection we had at the back is a bad one. Is it bad at the front as well? You know, like the starter motor hasn't got that oomph to get it going, and that corrosion that was on the back could be on the starter motor on the front, but the only way we'd know is to put it in the ramp.
I come back to the car the next morning to attempt to try and start it again. It seems like there was no trick to it, it was just keep trying until it actually started.
There it is. That was about third time this time.
The Rolls made it to the workshop with no problem. Of course, I'm still sitting at the edge of my seat because I can't move them yet. But it seems like we're going to have to get it up in the lift to find out why this car won't start first time. But before we do that, I just wanted to check first that the battery wasn't overcharging now after I fitted that battery charge module.
Oh! 14.5.
Good.
Which all seems really good. And even the auxiliary battery was charging at the right rate as well. And I even checked after the battery to see if it was losing any connection.
14.5, fine there. So we've got all the power here, no problem. Let's go under the bonnet and see if we've got the same power at the front on those jumpers.
Now I wanted to see whether it was losing any voltage from the back of the car going to the front due to a bad connection or something. But
14.5, good.
So why is it not starting? I don't get it.
That one. Let's go check that one over there. We're still unsure what that battery does.
we discovered another battery.
This one?
Which was just next to the engine.
Oh, low.
It's supposed
That
to be on
is
12
low.
volts, but it's on 5.
That is low. Could that be a starter battery? But then it wouldn't have started, would it? Because we just started it. Yeah.
Turns out that battery is just a backup battery if the other batteries die on the car. We're definitely going to need to replace it, but that's not the cause of why this car isn't starting, as we've had a jumper pack on that battery before and it didn't help it start. So now our only option is to go underneath the car, see if there's any bad connections under there, but all the wires look good. So our next step is to try and find the starter motor, which was easier said than done. The starter motor is always going to be on the flywheel side of the car. So when you activate the starter motor, it spins the flywheel, which turns over the engine, which helps start the car. But we couldn't find it from underneath, so we're going to try a look from on top. We've got to remove a few things out the way, like the strut brace, then we can take the engine cover off and see what we can find. It would be terribly unlucky if a starter motor had gone.
Why is that unlucky?
Because
they don't go often.
Nothing else has gone on this car.
Yeah, but it was in water. What do you expect?
Yeah, but
I would say that that's probably a good thing, that that's all that's gone wrong.
How is a fuel pump? How is your headlights? How is everything else working? And the one thing that breaks is a starter motor.
Yeah,
Don't seem right.
At least it's just one thing.
But who knows? Hannah could be right. But if we can send power directly to the starter motor and it works, then it defeats a theory that the starter motor has failed. This would be a terrible engine to work on. 2 turbos, 12 cylinders. But we still couldn't get to the starter motor. So I think, but up here, it's not, the water ain't been up here. I think it's going to be down below.
So does that mean we're going to have to start taking things off?
We're going to have to take the under tray off, yeah. What we can do now, it'd be good if we could plug it in and just see if Carl can see anything his end before we start messing.
I'm here.
What have we got? From Rolls Royce. Whoa! That is the amplifier. No, that's the starry ceiling module. Yay!
Starry ceiling module.
This gives you starry ceiling. We're hoping this will give me starry ceiling. Shall we see? Are we going to get starry ceiling?
Yeah! Yeah!
Yes, starry ceiling! That's all that matters now. Yes, we got starry ceiling. Next module, amplifier. So if it all goes as well as that, we're on to a winner. I've just plugged in the new amplifier and the module for all the TVs inside. And whilst I'm doing this, Kyle from Define Coding is reading the card to see if I've got any faults. But will we have any sound now? Yeah, we've still got no dash. But again, Carl was saying that could be a safety thing. So it's not going to be as easy as that. We've still got no sound and the screen only stays on for about 2 seconds. But we are showing a fault with the starter motor, which really should be our main concern right now. So there's no power going to start as before. Kyle was able to send us diagrams of the starter motor and all the lines that go to it, and even found a picture of the engine and where the starter motor is located, which looked like a right nightmare. And as the fault is showing that the line was disconnected, we can only assume that the wire going to it is completely corroded and causing a bad connection. And our only way to find out is to try and get to the starter motor. So we're underneath now, removing all of the under trays. Oh my God, look at the bottom of that. Oh. It's clear a lot of this car was underwater.
Rusty.
Can't see anything.
But it is rusty though. Like, we've got a couple of rusty bolts.
Yeah.
Rusty.
And after a while of trying to find this starter motor, oh, there, Liam. There it is, it's rusty. Yes. Look at it. That? Can you see it? The connection was really rusty.
Oh, it is rusty.
Very rusty.
So do you think
That's going to be it. First step was to try and remove the bolt which hold the wire to the starter motor.
Everyone watching who's got a Cullinan at home, you better hope your starter motor don't go.
But that was next to impossible to get to, so we had to resort to plan B. Absolutely caking it in some cleaner to see if it helped in any way. Good news for mechanics, there's a visual problem, not an electrical problem. We've just sprayed it with electrical cleaner. Ideally we need to get that off and proper clean it, but we just want to see if just spraying that electrical cleaner on it now will actually make it start. And then we've got to try and access that starter motor, see if we can take that cable off and give it a go.
What's the chances?
I think slim, but because it is horrendously rusty. Yeah, same story. We need to take that off and clean it. Let's try and get it off. So, we need to try harder. But no matter what we did or what we removed from underneath, we still couldn't access the bolt which held that cable to the starter motor. My dad even started dismantling stuff off the top of the engine to see if he can get to it through there.
Can we see anything? Look at that one.
But still, no luck. In the end, he started taking off the exhaust system to see if he could get to the bolt which holds the downpipe to the turbo, which would hopefully give him access to the starter. But still, there was no route to it. So the starter motor issue still persists. We want to be confident with this starter motor. We're not sure whether it's an engine out job or not. So first, we're going to try and lower the front subframe off the car and keep the engine in place, and then see if we can get to the starter motor. But I'm hoping we don't regret that and then end up taking the engine out, because how many times have we said something like this, even with the Urus? But let's give it a go, get this front subframe out, and then see if we can access the starter motor that way. If not, it's engine out to change the starter motor, just like our favourite car, the RS6. Yeah, that subframe's just hanging, chilling.
So now it's hanging. Can we access the starter?
Negative.
Okay.
Well, after all that, to get to this starter motor, it looks like it's going to have to be engine out job. So that's our next step. We're going to put the subframe back up, bolt the engine back onto the subframe, and lower it all down, engine and gearbox all at once. But the good part about that is that when the engine does come out, we'll be able to get to all of it, and it's probably a good idea.
This is Grand RP, your new life in GTA 5. Here, you will find everything you need for full immersion. Here's a unique economy where you can build your own businesses, buy cool cars, exchange them, earning on interest, pick fancy looks for your character, and decorate it with unique accessories. Immerse yourself in a crafting system where each player can create something really unique. Need a new backpack? Done! Or maybe a car? No problem. Start playing today and check everything out for yourself. Registration link with bonuses is waiting for you in the description, or use it by tapping on screen.
To the oil cooler, because the oil cooler and all the radiators are going to be staying on the car whilst the engine comes down. Then I could start removing parts of the suspension, which hold it to the differential new car. Yay! It's still stuck. It's the starter motor. Oh my god, look at the size of that!
Wait, where is the starter?
It's under there, look.
Oh, brilliant.
This will come off.
You still can't get to it.
What, so we took it out and we still can't get to it? It's in the heat shield, isn't it?
1:51 in the morning and we're still yet to see the starter motor. Motor.
It's 2 o'clock.
Right, heat shield off. There it is!
There she is, look.
If this spins every single time, with power going to it, then the problem is the connection to the starter motor. If it doesn't spin every single time, it's the starter motor. So that's what we've got to try and work out here, whether it's the starter motor or the connection. The connection does look... I don't know what it looks like in there. Finally, we got to the starter motor. But now, we need to remove it from the gearbox so we can test to see whether that's at fault or is it just the connection. Either way, we should be able to fix it from here. But I'm hoping it's just the connection that's the issue.
What's your thoughts?
Bit corroded.
No, I think we
leave
just leave it as it is, and we'll send power down and see if it does exactly what it does when we start it. Because if it does, that's good news. We know it's the starter. So now we're going to send power down the same wire that the car sends the power down to see if we have the exact same issue as when we tried to do it in the car. On the starter motor, you have a solenoid and you have the actual motor. Now when you turn the key, it sends power to the solenoid, which then pulls down and makes another connection to the actual motor. When the solenoid pulls down, it pushes the actual gear out of the starter motor, which in turn spins the flywheel to start the car. So the first thing we're going to try is sending power to that solenoid. So we've got a wire going to the solenoid and a ground. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Oh.
Seems a bit slow. Yeah, that's slow. Should be razzing. Yeah, that's too slow.
That should be razzing.
Yeah, it should be. So.
How should it be?
Razzing. Imagine you're turning over 12 cylinders. You need to be ready to go. You need to be on Red Bull.
It seems slow. So what we're going to do now is put the power directly onto the starter motor to make sure that it isn't the connection that's the issue.
That's
terrible.
no good.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that is terrible.
So now we're going to try something different. We're going to take the wire off the starter motor, and instead now of sending power to the solenoid, we're going to send power directly to the motor. That way it bypasses the solenoid. And if the motor spins fast, then we know it's a problem with the solenoid.
Yeah, that's how fast it should go. That's on Red Bull.
It's that's not making the connection in there. Do you know when that's that's flicking over? There's two terminals, one here and one there.
Yeah.
The solenoid flicks up and joins those two together.
Yeah.
So because it's got a big resistance between the two, it's only turning it slowly.
So the problem is the solenoid. It must be corroded all inside of there, which is causing a bad connection between the solenoid and the motor.
Well, it was worth taking the starter out after all. The good news is there was no way of doing that without taking all of that out. The bad news is we had to do it. The good news is starter motor, £900 plus VAT, which is, I mean, it's a £400,000 car and we're still less than a couple of grand in already. So I think we're doing really well. But labour, different story in a minute.
So it was the starter motor after all, and it actually ended up being £714 plus tax. But whilst we had the engine out, we thought it was a good time to check the alternator as well, the thing which charges the batteries. And on the Cullinan, it had one at the top and one at the bottom. The one at the top looked fine, and I don't think the water got that deep, but the one at the bottom looked like it was fully submerged. So my dad's now taken off the alternator, which is at the bottom, and going to inspect it. And when he did take it off, you can see that the cable going to it was pretty corroded, which could cause some future charging issues. And worse than that...
Oh dear.
Oh, that's very bad.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's a skip ads for everybody? It's called Pie.
And spin it.
It's not like, you know.
The alternator didn't look great, but these aren't cheap. So instead of just jumping and going to buy a new one, we sent this off to be tested to make sure it was actually working. And in the meantime, my dad cleaned up the connection on the wire which goes to the alternator. Then, we just waited for it to come back.
We've got the alternator back, it's been tested, and believe it or not, it works. Unfortunately, the starter motor, not so much. But this can go back on with confidence, which is great. So we can put that back on. And in other good news, the starter motor has arrived. And it's a BMW one. If we could have got the BMW part number, we might have found it cheaper. I'm happy now we've got a new one. So we can put all this on now and put this all back in. Let's go.
Now we can put this full engine back together and back in the car. My dad's putting the alternator on and I'm putting the new starter motor on. If this works, then it's a £714 fix.
Time for the engines to go in. I'm kindly positioned here so I can guide everything in place. This seems like the only... I'm sure this is how Rolls Royce do it, sure.
Now, so far, we're doing well with this car, even though we did have to take the engine out. But I think for that specific reason is why the UK have a big problem with car insurance. Imagine the previous owner of this car got paid out his £380,000 that he bought the car for, and the only money the insurance got back off that was the £162,000 that I bought the car for, which leaves the insurance company £218,000 down. Where do they get that money back from? Well, the answer is from all of us guys. It only takes 218,000 people's insurances to go up £1 each, and they've got that money back. Now, I know some cars financially aren't worth repairing. I think the Lamborghini Urus was close to that. And because the insurance is paid out on both the Urus and the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the Urus is now stamped with a Category S, as you can see on the car vertical report, and the Cullinan is stamped with a Category N, which will affect the future value of the car. Luckily, you can check whether a car's registered as damaged or got any outstanding finance or weird history about it with Car Vertical, and sometimes you can even see photos of the car when it was auctioned off at the car crash auction site.
And just to be safe, I got myself a battery off eBay. This is the secondary battery which we found underneath there, which only had 10 volts, so we thought we'd replace it.
So out comes the old secondary battery, and in goes the brand new second-hand one. Of course, another BMW part. But remember this year to always check your car out on Car Vertical before you buy it with the link in the description.
And with my discount code, you'll save a nice bit of money on that check. A bit nervous now.
Do you think it's going to start first time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Got faith?
Yeah, I am.
I think it will. Like, it shouldn't not. What do you think?
Well, we've committed to it. We put everything together, apart from one cover to put more coolant in it. So we've committed to it, the cause. Like, I've moved the ramp out, thinking that it's not going to go back in there anymore. If it don't start, I don't know what we're going to do. You really think this is going to go? No problem at all.
100% first try.
Okay, ignition on. No, ignition's on. Ready?
Yep.
Come on. Yes, it worked! It worked.
It started first time.
Starts first time, it revs, I've got power steering, I've got a horn. That's good.
What a relief. And if that isn't worth hitting the subscribe button, then I don't know what is. But we're not finished yet.
We've now got more electrical problems to try and find. The head unit, going to sleep every 5 seconds and turn it off. Carol hasn't come out the bonnet yet. The seats still don't move and we have no sound in here. But the good news is it starts every time. Just to check.
Yes.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We've nearly got an absolute bargain here. Next step, the seats. Now the seats don't move at all. None of them do. Ooh. The fault that we're getting is due to the seat modules. They're so dirty as well. They need cleaning up. But the seat modules are really low down, so it would make sense that if water did get in and it was around this sort of area, that is what's going to be hit. Now the problem we have here is that the bolts for the seats are, well, underneath these things here, here and here, but to get to the back ones, I can't because the seat is over them. So we're gonna have to either send power to the seat to move it forward or see if we can get that module out without taking the seat out.
So firstly, I unplugged the big connector, which supplies power to the seat from the front. After that, I unscrewed the 2 bolts holding the seat rail to the car at the front. Then I managed to unscrew some brackets at the back to be able to lift the seat upwards and wedge it up with a block of wood.
You can see the module for the seat there and it is pretty crusted up, that is. I don't know whether the motors are going to be okay, but the module is the one I'm getting faults for. And I do have one at the minute, and here it is. Now, I think this is going to need to be coded to the car. This is off a BMW, I think it said i4 or something, but it had the same part number as that module, I think, although this one was a different colour. Whether this will work or not, I don't know. I'm going to hopefully try and change it whilst the seat is in, and if that works, I might be able to move the seat forward and backwards, but we'll see, we'll see.
Luckily, I could just get my hand in there to unplug the old seat module and then slide it out. Now, I'm going to push in the new seat module, which is a second-hand one, and plug that all in and see if it works. Fingers crossed.
EVE Online on Mac immerses you in a universe with thousands of star systems like never before.
Seat module is in. I can't see it working. I think it's going to need code into the car. I'm just hoping that that is a quick way for me to be able to move the seat forward and then be able to get to the bolts out and have a proper inspection. But let's see. Oh, the headrest is moving. Backrest moves, but it doesn't go forward or back. The backrest moves. The headrest moves, but it doesn't go forward or back. I can hear it clicking underneath. Oh my God, we're so close. Why won't it go forward or back? Oh, even this is working. Could it be the motor which moves it forward or back? Do the heated seats work? Oh, the heated seats are working. That didn't work, but everything is working, but forward and back. I wonder if something's unplugged or something. Let's go and have another inspection. So every single thing on the seat works, apart from the one that we need to get to the bolts at the back, moving it forward or backwards. And when I went to look behind the seat again, I found out this plug wasn't actually going to anything.
Could that be for the motor? I don't know. And maybe someone's took it off to put power to it. Got to find where that goes.
Turns out it was for the motor, and my seat was missing one, along with all the mechanism that the motor turns to move the seat forward and back. Rang Rolls-Royce to order that. It's £430 per one, and it's annoying because it's not something the floods caused. Someone's removed them to try and move the seats, and we haven't got them. So instead, off eBay,
I managed to find some 7 Series seats here of a BMW 7 Series, which I think has got everything the same. This is what we're missing, and I think this is what they've pulled off to try and get this motor going. So we're hoping that this will work off a 7 Series.
These were £375 each for the seat, but we'll have a seat at the end. We've got some extra modules in here, I think, so it's better than buying it from Rolls-Royce, providing it works. We've just got to see now how we can get these off this rail and onto the rails in the car. But before we did that, we also had faults for the rear seat modules. So me and Dips started removing them to see what the fault was.
I thought we'll open it and check it and see how bad it is.
That's in the rear seat?
Yeah, that's the rear seat.
So the water must have gone up quite high, because that wasn't...
Yeah,
that was quite high. Yeah.
Even the plugs on it as well, that's bad. Even the back of it.
2 rear seat modules from Rolls-Royce. This should be all the seats working apart from the passenger seat, which we're still waiting for the module for. And then we've got to work out how to try and get them to move forward and backwards. Dips is still cleaning up the connectors.
Yeah.
And this should do it. Come on. So slightly distracted by the rear seats, but we think we can solve the issue there. We've now got 2 rear seat modules, which should provide life to them. And luckily, there isn't much more to these rear seats. So once Dips has installed them, we can now start reinstalling the whole rear bench again, before we start back work again on the front seats. And with these modules in, Kyle from Define Coding is now plugged into the car to make sure they're working as they should be. Guys, Kyle is plugged in and he's doing some coding, and look at this. Headrests go up, headrests go down. I think it's working. Then by chance, I wanted to take the module out of the second-hand seat and see if the part number matched up to the seat module that we're missing for the passenger front seat. 61356 995 9459. But unfortunately, it was different. Right. Carl from Define Coding, who's again, no one's ever seen his face, is just on the phone.
He's a myth.
And he's flashing the car. Look at this, the screen stayed on there now. So we know the screen works good. And then look, the screen's on in the back here. That screen's probably on, but we can't see it because the tray doesn't come down for some reason.
It did earlier, but...
Dips is scaring me pressing buttons because we're at a vital moment where the car's flashing and we can't do anything with the car at the minute until this flash is over with, and if we mess it up, could be a big problem. Oh, it's doing a loading bar on the screen now.
It's the most important part when it's almost done. So once that's done, we're on for smooth runnings. It can be saved at any point after this. So.
Nice.
So what Carl's doing now, before we jump back onto that front seat, is re-flashing the car with fresh software. He's doing this just in case the car went into some kind of safety mode when it went into the water. And after that was done, was going to see if that solved our problem with the no sound coming from the head unit and the screen going on and off. But unfortunately, it didn't. The screen only stayed on still for about 2 seconds a time. So that's still a mystery. We then move back onto our seat problem. We've got to take this part off the 8 Series seats, which requires us to grind off some rivets which hold it onto the rail, and then we've got to install it on our Rolls-Royce seat rail.
Here we go.
That piece, £480 from Rolls-Royce, or you buy 2 second-hand seats for £375 each. See if we can get it on in that seat in there. Now, we discovered that we weren't going to be able to properly install it with the seat in the car, but if we could just get it in to move it forward, we should be able to get the seat out.
Oh, who's your daddy?
Well, not you, Dips, but... Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And it worked. Now we can finally move the seat forward to access the rear bolts and pull this seat out and fix it for good. You can see now with the rear seat out that the 8 Series seat motor and mechanism fits perfectly on the Rolls-Royce rails. We've got to slide it in place and then pop in our new rivets. And whilst the seat was out, we thought this was the perfect opportunity to start stripping apart the centre console and part of the dashboard to see if there was any obvious signs of damage to the actual radio unit, which might be causing our issues with the screen.
We don't really know 100%, but money's on, it's this. This is like the head unit control, and this literally controls all of the iDrive stuff. So everything on the dashboard, controls music and everything like that. The amplifier's in the back. The amplifier's brand new, and the TV system and the power control unit, all that stuff is brand new in the back. So we know it's not that. And we know the screen's fine because when he flashed the car, the screen stayed on for the whole time. So we know the screen's fine. He's having no problems coding it, and he can't see any faults in it. And the only reason why we don't think it's this is because this sits so high up in the car around here, and everything underneath it here is fine. And this has not been underwater. We can tell this hasn't been underwater, and if this had been underwater, then all of this would have been damaged. So it's really baffling of what this could be.
Now, a new radio unit was £1,600 plus VAT, and I wasn't 100% sure that this was the actual problem. So I didn't want to just jump in and buy one, and it's lucky I didn't.
Mr. Dern.
Oh, Mr. Dern, hello! This thing here, which was open, is supposed to close down when you lock the car, open up when you unlock it. Now, when this flap is closed down, the screen turns off. But this, look at that. The screen is turned on now, all the time, because we've gone into system settings, we've gone onto displays, and we've gone onto control display. And when you press close control display, the screen shuts off, and then every time you press it now, it will wake up. But the issue is that the car was thinking that this thing was closed the whole time. Someone has got the car from the flood, couldn't get that to open because everything would have been down, and they've wedged it open with the fingers, so the screen still thinks it's closed, so it's not staying up for a long time. So this is all working now, and it's staying on, which is amazing. The issue is now we've got no sound.
So this turned out to be a simple problem, and the fix is going to be a motor for that screen, which you can see here, number 20. And it seems like a common occurrence. Most of the motors on the car have failed, but this still doesn't explain why we have no sound coming from the speakers still. So Dips jumped into the back just to test some fuses.
Whoa.
As you never know.
You know what I mean? I'm just here every day, Matt. Come on.
No, don't celebrate early. Don't celebrate early.
We had the same issue yesterday, alright?
Kyle from Define Coding told us to check this one particular fuse, and it did turn out to be broken.
Oh my god, is it a fuse for the amp?
Sometimes it could just be the most simplest things, like a fuse. And if this works, then I need to say a massive thanks to Kyle and Dips.
Oh! We got sound! We got sound! Yes! It's on tele.
There we go.
Look at that! We've got sound! We solved it in like an hour, and it took us ages. Yes!
Sorted, man.
Well, again, another shout out to Dips and Carl at Define Coding. Oh my god, this could turn out to be one of the best buys.
It is all coming together now, and it only turned out to be a fuse. So thank you, Carl at Define Coding. And to say thanks to Dips, let's all go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Now, all that's left to do is put the motor and the mechanism on the passenger side seat, which my dad is on with doing now. Then we can test it by putting power to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
That's a proper engineering there, mate.
Yeah!
After that, we can start lifting the passenger seat into the car. But of course, we're still missing that module for it. It hasn't turned up yet.
That seat is in, but it's all the way forward, and we can't send it back till we get that module and move it back and bolt it in. But it might be good enough to actually drive this thing home tonight, bearing in mind we haven't drove it since we put the engine back in and the starter motor's been on.
Next up, it's the driver's seat to go in. This one does have a module in it, so when this goes in, it should all work.
Oh, is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it says sensory overload. But look, we've got a new coach door module as well.
I actually plugged this in earlier, whilst I was doing a load of other stuff with the car. Part of it worked, part of it didn't.
Yours works?
Yeah.
Why's mine not working?
The doors on the passenger side did close with the button underneath the dash, but the doors on the driver's side were making a noise, but didn't seem to want to close. So I had to start taking the door off to investigate what is going wrong with it.
Yes.
To get the door card off, I've got to unclip this panel, which has all the switches in it. Then I can access a screw under there. Dips took some trim out the top, and then there was 2 screws under there. And after that, it was just all on clips. But I'm being careful not to break anything. Remember, this is a £380,000 car. I can't even believe I'm working on something that expensive. Once the door panel was off, I could get to the motor.
Right. There's one motor here which spins, and then it rotates a belt on here, which then spills another motor down here, which moves this in and out to open and close the door. But let me show you inside here. Look at that. One, it's full of water. That motor spins this belt round, which works, and that spins that round. But
and then that tensions it.
yeah, but this isn't gonna be any good spinning round if the belt doesn't go tight and grip onto it. So there's another motor here which spins round and tightens that belt up like that. And this little motor here has been submerged in water, we think. Yes, look at that. And we know how to fix that because we did it with this door and it was with a hammer.
So Dips now is taking off the little tiny motor, which is used as a tensioner for that belt, and it's going to start cleaning it up. We think inside is just seized up, and it only takes a little bit of rust in there to seize the motor, because they have such tight tolerances. We sprayed some lubricating oil in there, let it sit for a bit, and out comes the hammer. Dips then got some pliers, freed the motor up a bit, and after that, it was going to send some power to it to see if it worked.
Whoa! Yes! Now everyone can subscribe to Dips' channel for fixing electrical stuff like that.
So the motor now works, we can put it all back into its casing, and this thing is good to put back in the door. Now I can slide it back into place, plug all the electrical connections back in, and slide back on the door card. And we can give it its final test.
One of the coolest things about ZZZ is the environments and how real they feel. For example, if you go to Lumina Square, you can see the stores, people crossing the road, and they even stop crossing the road when the cars have to.
Did that close? You wouldn't want to trap your head in that, would you?
Do you reckon you've like made it better?
Yeah, we might have supercharged it. This one's faster. There's one last thing.
So if you remember the list from the start, now the engine's...
Did that close? You wouldn't want to trap your head in that, would you?
Do you reckon you've like made it better?
Yeah, we might have supercharged it. This one's faster. There's one last thing.
So if you remember the list from the start, now the engine starts all the time. Now most of the seats work. Now we have sound. Now we have a display which stays on. We'll get to the fault on the dashboards later. We also now have stars in the ceiling. The doors close with the button. And guess what? The spirit of ecstasy, aka Carol, now rises out of the front panel. We think this was to do with that coach door module. So now we're happy with all the modules in the back. I could build back up the boot with all the carpet that it needs to go in there and make sure it all closes with a touch of the button.
You are never gonna believe this. Was the most expensive thing I've had to buy for this car. The Rolls-Royce floor mats. These are the original floor mats, the ones that's supposed to be in a Cullinan. £1,500 for these. I don't even want to wear my shoes in here because I don't think my carpet at home was 1,500 quid.
So it's a shoeless car.
I think so. This was more expensive than the starter motor and least critical. These floor mats were unreal. And even though the car's been underwater, it still smells brand new inside. We're pretty sure Copart had the car fully cleaned out before it went to auction. So far, we've done really, really well with this car. One seat module. There's one last thing we need to put on before we go, and hopefully the seat module comes. Let's go. We have R011 BMX on the Wraith. And we've got CU11 BMX on the Cullinan. Cool BMX. This is from Car Reg, and you guys can go get a free number plate when you get a number plate from them with my code, which is in the description box below. This is truly gonna top this car off. I cannot believe I've got a Rolls-Royce Cullinan with a number plate like that as well.
Do you need a free, easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC. Highlight reels, let's play sessions, mod showcases, game reviews, speed runs, and anything else on your monitor. Capture your game highlights automatically, or with a custom hotkey. Cut, clip, and edit your gameplay to perfection with Outplayed's intuitive editing tools. Share your gameplay footage with a single...
We are so close now to a faultless Rolls-Royce Cullinan. And remember, this car hasn't even been ran in yet. And that's a perfect reason to take it on this road trip. So now that it starts up every time, I got it out of the unit and got it home. Now unfortunately, the other seat module from Rolls didn't turn up, but I actually ordered one from BMW for an 8 Series, just to try my luck. And the next morning, I got under the passenger seat to fit it. Oh, it's working. It's actually working without coding. And now that the seat moved backwards, I can actually tighten up the front bolt.
How cool does that look next to that? That is sick.
Less than half price Cullinan. And now, just to make sure everything was working good, Dip's come yet again to fault read the car. Screen, TV, CBeebies is on. But unfortunately, because that seat module was at an 8 Series and not a Cullinan, the seat, yes, did move forward and backwards, but it didn't control things like the rear picnic tray, which the 8 Series doesn't have. So in order for me to get that working, it looks like I need the proper module. So maybe I do need the right module for that one. It's a Christmas miracle. Look at the dashboard. There is no more faults on the dash. You can scroll through here. Nothing on there at all. Kyle has worked his magic. And again, thanks to Kyle at Define Coding, we now have a faultless Rolls-Royce. Not a single fault on that dash. And now, I think it's time for our road trip. Here we go. 1,000 miles to do now. Well, it's 2,000 if you count the round trip in a flood damaged Cullinan that took us a week to rebuild. This is probably a recipe for disaster. We have Team Cullinan here. Hannah's some reason decided to go on Team Cullinan. And then we've got Team Urus there. My dad's going to be driving the Urus. And then we've got full camera crew and everyone in the air. So which one's going to be better? I don't know. I've got a feeling that the Cullinan's going to be less reliable than the Urus, but let's see how this gets on. 1,000 miles to go. Let's get in the Cullinan off to the tunnel. So here's the plan. We're about to attempt a 1,000-mile drive from Leicester in the UK through Europe and into Switzerland. Because I wanted to treat everyone that's helped bring these videos to you guys this year to a skiing trip, which none of us have ever done before.
Gonna go skiing. You ever been skiing before?
Nope. Have you?
No. Can't lie, I'm pooing myself a bit, mate.
Both cars were loaded onto the train and things were pretty comfortable inside the Rolls, especially now the TVs are working. And half an hour later, we arrived on the other side.
Big moment, big moment.
There's one time for this car to start, is now. Of course! First time every time. We might have actually fixed the car. I've said it. I've said it now. And things were looking good when we arrived into France.
Welcome to France.
Bon appetit!
Petit filou, toute de la foot.
And driving a huge V12 engine comes with consequences. I think there might be a few of these fuel stops before we make it to Switzerland. And I guess, same for the Urus.
How's the car?
It's doing well. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's got the sunroof open.
Sunroof open.
The
Oh,
moonroof.
we're in France now.
And once both cars were filled up, we got back on the road in France with a destination set to Switzerland.
Can you remind Tony that we now drive on the right side of the road because he will definitely end up on the opposite side at some point on this trip?
Don't worry, I already said that to him as he was driving off the train.
And there's one thing that we was all curious about. Which one of these huge cars was faster than the other in a drag race?
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, Rose! Come on!
We know which is the faster car, but which is the better looking.
Okay, so we've come to the conclusion that the Urus is better looking because it's like comparing a Lamborghini to a London taxi.
But hey, London taxis are known for being reliable. And so far, it was. And it wasn't much further down the road until we was filling up again.
Here we go. Got a feeling we could be here for a long time.
Come on, click.
We wanted to get to Switzerland as quick as possible. So we carried on driving through the day and got pretty close to Switzerland. But at night, the roads started getting bad.
Okay, so the sat-nav has brought us on some, well, mountain road here. As you can see, snow is starting to settle. We was going maybe 10 mile an hour, if that.
Like literally, if that, genuinely.
If you look at these tracks,
yeah.
it's just skidded.
And then, yeah.
And we've ended up, now, obviously we're off the course.
Yeah.
Went in the...
Okay, hear me out. What if this button was real? Well, turns out it is, and it's completely free.
Hello. I can barely hear you.
Getting down.
Get out and say that we're filming, but
This was the Urus before we rebuilt it. And yet, it crashed in the snow. Now I think tyre choice is a massive factor when it comes to driving in the snow. But with these size wheels, you don't actually get much option. But in hindsight, yes, I probably should have looked for some winter tyres.
You should see the roads where we're going. We've just checked.
Yeah,
So
it's horrendous.
You cannot drive
You
this
go
fast,
in
no.
4 times the altitude. I've already adjusted to get high, and the snow is going to get worse. We've already had one incident with the Urus. It has lost a splitter, but it could have been a lot worse. But we're not going to risk it. We think we're going to try and find some snow chains or some sort. This is quite a... But it's better than causing damage by going off a cliff, I think. So, this is what we got.
We've got some backup as well if we get stuck.
Spades.
We've got the chains now, but do you think we'll need them?
I think we will, yeah.
Really?
Probably more than what we've got.
Yesterday it was snowing for the whole night.
And to think both of these cars were sat at a salvage auction deemed not economical to repair is just crazy.
We're turning off, guys. Brace yourself.
And as we turned off the motorway, the roads got worse.
This is not good. All I can say is, don't stop.
Cars, voice, and it's now provided memories that we'll never forget.
we're here.
I told you,
we should.
Thought.
Excuse
Reminisce when you came out with one. Cheers.
Had a few people on your screen that said that, you know, when you do these things, you look, you look smelly.
Smell what? Body?
Yeah.
I smell?
That's what Drewski said. So you,
Oh my God, Drewski's a dumbass.
Drewski said your bedroom smell like cornmeal.
Shannon, look. We should have did an interview about that.
No, we should have did it to smell like flour milk. No.
It is the best smelling room that you would ever be on. That carpet is the cleanest. But the cleanest carpet ever. And everything is just so well.
So how you say you got bed bugs?
He's a hater. He's a hater. Him and Kevin are haters, bro.
What about Lizzo saying that your showering techniques, you know?
They think I wash my balls because the camera was there. They're hating too.
Well, you did say you have on swim trunks.
I'm clean.
I'm just saying what you said. I don't know how you do it with better.
Oh no, all you gotta do is say, all you gotta do is turn around and then put your rag in there and just scrub. And you do the same shit with your ass.
Okay. But look,
Give me wash your ass.
Yeah. Okay. But I got, you got to have two rags.
What you got? What you on?
Two rags.
Okay.
One for your face, one for your butt. You using the same rag?
Nah, hell no. Wait. Don't put your rag on your face though.
No, I got a rag for the face and a rag for the butt.
For the face? Oh no.
Yeah, you got one rag for everything.
Okay,
You watch
I'll
your rag. Then all I do is No.
What exciting benefits do you get as a Hertz Gold Plus Rewards member?
You get to skip the line and go right to your car.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got Shake Video.
You had a few people on your screen that said, when you do these things, you look,
huh?
Yeah, you smell it.
Smell what?
Body, odor.
Body?
Yeah,
I smell?
That's what Drewski said. So
oh my God, Drewski's a. You be washing your ass?
Yeah.
All right.
You got to have two rags. One for your face and one for your butt. You using the same rag?
Nah, hell no. I'm not.
Yeah, you did.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not. No, I'm not.
You can't polish.
No.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
I feel like my little brother, so like, it's me of like, was the first person, my first, but like what they saying about me. I want to say.
At 21 Savage, $300,000 that you could beat him in Madden.
Yeah. He cooked me. To this day, I don't know how I lost.
What you mean you don't know how you lost?
I don't know how I lost again, bro. He is trash. 21 is so.
How is he trash if he beat you? So what that make you?
No, because he was getting in my head. Okay, so when I'm in an intense moment, I literally feel like my heart start beating fast, and I sold last play of the game. I sold that he's so trash, and it was bad, and I lost. It's like when there's nobody on the line, I win. But as soon as the
guy that you said that you have a relationship with is Lil Baby, and I heard him the other day that he lost $8 million gambling in like
oh my God,
a day and $8 million, like a day and a half.
Dominique.
Yeah.
8 mil?
8 mil. 8 M's in like 40 hours. And he said he had Michael Rubin write a letter to all the casinos in Vegas that they banned him.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I don't want to go down that hole though.
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no. That's why people go and they do it and you hit. Right. And it's crazy. And then it's crazy. I'm good off that. I'm chill off.
Cause you cool with Lil Baby. So what's your favorite moment with Lil Baby?
We have like we're just like cool in terms of like I had him up once in a while. He'd be back once in a while. But we didn't really get to like we only hung out one time.
Right.
But like off camera.
Right.
But other than that, like we didn't get to really hang out. I went to his his kids love me.
Yeah.
So his kids wanted me at his. That felt good.
Is she here in Georgia? Or she's still in?
She's visiting. She's still here.
Ooh. Ooh. What'd you buy?
Damn. What did I buy? I'm gonna go show some love to his kid.
Right.
And like I went there and he made it cool. Everything was cool. He's a cool guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You made money. So what did you do? Your first million when you first got that? The money started coming in. You like, damn. Ooh. Ooh. What'd you buy?
Damn. What did I buy? My first big purchase.
Yeah.
For me personally was my car.
Okay.
That was like a huge accomplishment.
You still got it?
Still got it.
Okay.
I still got that same. I would never get rid of it. I love that car, and that was like my first one. And then my most proud is my mom's house.
Okay.
Like that felt good.
Is she here in Georgia? Or she's still in?
She's visiting. She's still here. She's here in Georgia. No. She lives in New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's here in Georgia visiting right
Right.
now. Yeah.
Wow. So what have you learned about money?
Oh man. First of all, I'm so glad that I'm naturally a good saver. I don't like to spend too much, but I also know I have a good team around me, and I also know like you should be purchasing some property. You should be purchasing something that's gonna make your money worth it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, of course you're gonna have your phase when you go through clothes and all that stuff, but like at the
Shoes,
end when you
cars,
grow up,
jewelry.
you'll realize it's not worth it.
Right.
You feel me? So besides that, like I would say I put all my money right back into my content.
Wow.
Like literally all of it, I put right back into it. Or unless like I like clothes, or like unless like I get outfits and stuff, but it's never on no like, yo, you gotta slow down. Like my people advise, like it was so great. My accountant always tells me like, you gotta spend, Kai. You gotta spend, because I like to save.
Yeah.
So
Get some enjoyment. Like get some enjoyment out of it. Like, gee.
Yeah, you gotta think. So I make sure to get some. I'm more into like getting houses, or like I like watches, like plain Jane watches,
Right.
and that's it.
Nah, you got Patek.
Yeah.
I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't do that. Don't do that, Kyle. Don't do that. I mean, you gonna get right.
Yeah, I like it. I got more into it. It's fire to like understand.
Right.
I don't even.
You can win big on Hard Rock Bet with a little bet.
Yeah.
Or a Post Malone size bet.
Oh, yeah. Yes!
Big payouts for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
I'm glad I was able to get over like the diamonds and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got one last diamond chain, but like it's not as bad as like how I used to think of it.
Right.
Like for real.
What's Kai's guilty pleasure? What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. I love I don't know. I think my guilty pleasure is I love just watching like YouTube and Twitch. Like I'm still a viewer. I feel like I'm still a viewer. Like I love just being on my phone and seeing what's going on, and like watching movies and reading billboards and like different stuff going on in the room to get inspiration. But like ain't nothing pleasure me more than like an idea coming to life.
Right.
Sitting there by my whiteboard, it'd be fire because I'd be coming up with the craziest stuff and I don't know, and I'd be the first to do it. So it'd be good.
What's been your best? And you told me your best purchase has been when like you felt the best when you bought your mom a home. What's been your worst purchase?
My worst purchase had to probably be my first chain and my first watch. Like
you had to bust down.
I had a bust down Rolly, and I had a bust down AP. I have a bust down AP, and I don't like those. Those are like I'm like damn, like I got these and. It is what it was, though. You feel me?
So let me ask you a question. When you fly charter? Do you fly private or PJ, or do you take commercial?
So, boom. When I fly, I love flying commercial.
Right.
Because it made me feel like I don't want to get too big-headed about myself or certain things. But I just learned a new trick that I had to find by myself that nobody went to. So, like, whenever I travel, it's either for a business opportunity, a sponsorship, or I got to do something inside. So what I noticed that you can request travel fees. So like companies are willing to just pay for a free PJ, like not out of my money, just like hey, if you want to get here faster, here's this, we'll cover this and things. So it's like I just keep using that. Like I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I just thought everybody just kept paying.
Yeah.
But it's like I didn't know I could just request it.
Somebody else paying for it, PJ. I'm paying for it commercial.
But you definitely get to, you have to get to that point though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like, and then, like this just started happening. You feel me? But yeah, that was the smartest thing I ever discovered. I was like, what? And you get you in and out.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it got to a point where it's like, even when I do commercial, it's crazy. Like TSA even be slowing me down. Like, yo, the streams is crazy. Or like when I'm on an airplane.
Well, if you flying out of Atlanta, why don't you use private suites tier 1?
I've seen that. Is it the you got like a nice little thing and it gets you straight to the commercial, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've used it like once or twice.
Right.
They need that everywhere. They don't got it everywhere. They need that, bro.
I mean, they got it in Atlanta. They got it. They got it JFK. They got it in LA.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need more of that.
They really do.
But
they
it really helps. But I do like flying commercial because I don't know, like just seeing like my supporters in person, it's refreshing and plus like I feel like God still, you know?
Right. I read that you turned down $60 million to join Kick. Why did you do that?
It wasn't right. Man, I couldn't on my knees and I put my hands together. That I used to work with, and we built up a lot. We built up a lot until we stopped working. But then after I have an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
How have you built your team? It's all
yeah, but think about it though. Steph is doing what he loves.
Yes.
It's basketball. He getting paid to play the game that he loves. I don't know if I would have loved it on Kick.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? I have this theory that they're gonna be. It's a great streaming platform and stuff, and how it is. But like, bro, my home, I'm where I need to be at, and like I'm not worried about money. I just built my community, and I don't gotta worry about the extras I could get when I'm already blessed.
Right.
You feel me? So I just keep that mentality, and just make sure I never lose that mentality. Oh.
How have you built your team? It's always interesting to see, because obviously, in order for you to do what you do and do it, you need a team.
You need a team.
But you need a team that you trust. You need a team that I don't feel like my team that I have around me. I never feel that I'm the smartest person in the room, because if I do, I need to find other people to be in the room.
Right.
So I trust my team. Clearly, you trust your team.
Right.
How did you go about assembling your team that you've put together? That okay, this is the team that we're gonna go to the top.
At first, I had a videographer that I used to work with. And we built up a lot. We built up a lot until we stopped working. But then after, I have an assistant, and oh my God, her story is crazy too. I had posted I'm looking for an assistant.
Okay.
And her little cousin was like, yo, Kai needs somebody an assistant. And I think at the time she used to do like property assistant. And then she texted me like, hey, I'll do it. And I'm like, damn, okay. I asked her where she live at. She didn't live in Georgia. And I said, you know what? To save the time, I need to find somebody in Georgia. I don't want to move you out here. I don't want you to come out here. You do something like you just fail or something, and like you have to figure everything out. He said, I'm grown. Whatever the decision is, I'm gonna take that decision and I'm gonna live with it. She had like, I forgot her story. Her story is crazy. Like she had like $200. She rented a spot out here to stay for a test run with me, to see how it would go. She went to the spot out here for herself, got scammed, lost the $200, had to call family, then they gave her some spare money. She found somewhere like just to lay her head at. And her first task was, and I was like, you know what? I gotta give her a hard task so I know. I said, find me a zebra. And I wanna have
like a zebra, like
a zebra, like black and white, a legit zebra.
Okay.
Oh shit! I want my house to be a zoo. I want a llama in here. I want kangaroos. I want a zebra. The zebra was the hardest. I'm like, there's no way she found a zebra in Georgia. She said, okay, I'm on it. She put up with a goddamn zebra. And the way she fought to get the zebra there, because it was one up north. And they're like, no. And she was on the phone, like she told me, she's like, yo, I literally have to get the zebra or you're gonna cost me my job. Like she's literally on it.
Right.
And she got the zebra there and I was like, yeah, she's good. If you could get a zebra in Georgia, you could do anything. I'm not gonna lie. So I got her that, and she's like a older sister.
Right.
Like I deadass go to her for advice, like on life. And like she's able to give me advice, and we're able to lock in. Like she has the same. I can close my eyes, and she knows exactly what I want, how I want it, when I want it done. Like,
and that's the best kind of
thing.
assistant.
Yeah, and I had to rebuild. I had to rebuild my technical side, with my boys Daniel and CB. They're like yin and yang, and we got some more people coming on the team. And my management is good. They never force me down the wrong path. We live, we learn, we keep going.
Yeah.
We keep going. We keep everything in a tight circle. So
I saw with Duke, he got his car broken into.
he didn't. Oh my God, that's
How did
I don't know. He go from South Carolina to Atlanta. He just parked up and he got his car broken into. But he didn't care though. He was actually like, he had said that like it's crazy how he gets to say like he got his Lamborghini broken into.
Yeah.
Like that's a blessing in its own. Like he didn't care though. The picture was.
Hey YouTubers, if you have at least 10,000 subscribers, or maybe you earn one of these, I have some great news for you. This year, there are new opportunities for creators to monetize their content like never before. Facebook has launched a new program that lets you earn ad revenue from the videos you already created. And listen, maybe you're already making some decent money from YouTube ads and brand deals, but you know you could be making so much more. With this new program, you can unlock a completely new revenue stream by leveraging the content you already have. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Lester Diaz, and for the past few years, I've been helping YouTubers and content creators like yourself build audiences from scratch on Facebook and repurpose their existing videos to make thousands of dollars per month. Sometimes even making more money on Facebook than they do on YouTube. So if you're serious about
fire, him taking a picture, but I don't know. You know, people still be out here. Gotta be safe. I'll be moving with security and stuff. But,
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't got security with me now, but.
Yeah. but don't nobody.
But nobody gonna know that though.
But yeah. By the time this area be long, you be long gone, guys. You get gone by 15 different places by the time this area.
No, yeah.
Let me ask you this: endorsements. You have deals with NBA, Chime, T-Mobile, Skims, and DoorDash. How do you decide who CasaNet partners with?
Yeah, I gotta use it on a daily, or it gotta just make sense. Like I'm so big on like making sense. Like if I wanted, I loved Hanes. I said I loved Hanes. Hanes reached out to me. They sent me free Hanes stuff. My ultimate one was Nike.
Yeah.
I love Nike. I'm talking about shoes. I didn't grow up with the best shoes, or gear, athletic gear, or anything. And Nike, and it came around the corner. I did not think that was possible. It came around the corner, and it just has to make sense. If it's a daily use that I need on a daily, that's just the perfect one up. But
yes,
there's a lot of endorsements and sponsorships that I did not like. That I feel like
it's got to make sense.
It has to.
It can't be.
And that's literally one of the biggest things to the blueprint. Always keep it organic.
Yes.
Always keep it real.
Yes.
What fits you? You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah.
What have you learned most about negotiating? Because a lot of times, you know, like we started out with CJ and I, we started with Club Shay Shay. We wouldn't have any advertising. We didn't have nothing. And then you get in a situation and these 6 and 7 figure deals come along. Sometimes you have to say no. And it's hard. You're like, damn. I mean, I remember with CJ, we didn't get $50. Right. We didn't get $100. Right. And now we saying no to 6 and 7 figure deals. Yeah, but it just doesn't seem right.
I negotiate. I don't like, it's certain things that I don't like posting. Like they be wanting everything. Yo, post this, put a link on here, put this on here.
Yeah.
Make sure you do this. Make sure I need 5 slides on the IG story. When you start asking too much, it's okay. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I will give you in deliverables. But if you start asking, yeah, you gotta tag me, you gotta tag, you gotta tag everybody, you gotta put a link here, my best friend. Nah, bro, I'm good, bro. I'm good, and it be worth it.
Yeah.
Like you don't like it be worth it in terms of like making sure that. You're
because it's your personal page. You don't want to turn into a billboard.
Yeah, like I mean, me personally, I don't even like posting on my feed.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like I don't even like doing that because it's like, yeah, when it comes to the billboard, it's like, all right, you feel me? But I do commend people. I don't really be seeing like, I be seeing a lot of young folks do it, but I feel like when you get older, then you can start. You do stuff like that. You start doing a whole bunch of side missions and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? But like, keep it good.
You mentioned that you played Elden Ring for 167 hours. What was it about that game that because there's only 168 hours in a 7-day span. Right. So you played 1 hour less than an entire week. I mean, did you get tired? So how does that work? I mean, how does bathroom breaks work? How do food?
Yeah, so I just, So like what I do is for my marathon games, I literally have this, I think it's just in my head to never quit. Like, I just can't quit a lot. Like, I had the option to quit, but it's like, once I say I'm going to do something, I'm gonna get it done by any means possible. Like literally, I'm gonna get it done. And it's like bathroom. Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Let me go to the bathroom. I gotta take a shower. I have like a camera that watches me shower in swimming trunks.
Okay.
So I take a shower. And I have my chef at the AMP house. They make me like breakfast, lunch, and
Damn, you got a chef?
Yeah. The group got a chef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the group got a chef. So we all make sure we got like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So yeah.
So what's a Kai breakfast?
Oh, Kai breakfast. Scrambled eggs hard, toast with butter, bacon.
That's it.
Yes. And I like French toast.
Okay.
Apple or orange juice for the bed.
Okay, you get
What's
that.
yours?
Egg white burrito with chicken.
How are those? Are those
I like
good?
it. Yeah. I mean,
What's your like? What do you eat right now on a daily? Like it's like
chicken, turkey, ground.
I'm in the
ground
gym, so I'm trying to see like what can I be eating for breakfast.
beef. You're not gonna be my side no matter what you eat, unless you eat an elephant. So, but no, I'll eat an egg white. So I eat egg whites, chicken, wrapped in a tortilla. Then I'll eat chicken, broccoli, carrots. Then I'll eat chicken, broccoli, rice. Then I'll eat.
You don't get tired of chicken?
I don't.
What type of chicken? Fried chicken?
No.
Oh, I like fried chicken. But I like fried chicken, bro.
I mean, I like fried chicken too, but I can't eat it every day.
Oh.
Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical. Meet Pi, the ad blocker that actually works on Twitch.
I mean,
baked chicken?
Huh? Baked, yes. Baked, grill. Ground.
Oh, okay.
But mainly chicken, turkey, ground beef.
I heard like eggs is really good too.
Eggs are good, yeah. But I only eat. I don't look. My body can only handle so much sulfur. So I'm gonna go eat eggs. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and that's it.
Okay,
and no more eggs the rest of the day.
I like eggs. I like egg sandwiches. I like scrambled eggs in the morning. I don't know. Like I just like eggs.
So what's a lunch for you? What do you eat for lunch?
Oh my god. For lunch.
You never gonna be a
Chipotle.
big man, Kai. You do realize that,
When I'm
right?
in the gym, Chipotle. When I'm not in the gym, is Chipotle bad?
I don't know. I mean,
when I'm not,
I get the rice
when
bowl
I'm not
with
in the
chicken.
gym, we go American Deli. The chefs make some stuff. They make like white rice, curry gold.
Yeah.
Be slapping. I make a lot of stuff, for lunch. Not I don't make it, but
Yeah.
you feel me? Cause when you don't have your mom no more, it's like damn.
Do you have the chef to make some of the dishes that your mom made when you were growing up?
No, they're Jamaican, so they don't really know to make they make.
Okay. So you got okay.
It's really good. Like,
So that because I mentioned like curry, I'm like, well, damn, that ain't what no.
I
so.
love, bro. My mom is Trinidadian, and my pops is Haitian, and Caribbean food. I love curry goat. I like good rice, good eats. You feel me? So yeah.
Okay.
And like for dinner and stuff, like.
Right.
I just try to find stuff, or the chef make it, or my girl make me some food sometimes.
Your girl.
Yeah.
You got a girl?
Yeah.
You keep it. Have you gone public with it?
I have.
What made you decide to do that?
Cause like, it's not a secret. Like I don't want to make it look like it's a secret. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And plus, I'm truly happy. So like, it is what it is. Like I just don't want to keep hiding behind like.
So you and her have been in a relationship for a while. You just made it public recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Because a good friend of yours, his relationship is public, and people are beating him up about it. Travis.
Oh yeah. I have been seeing that.
And I know you're very close to Travis.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think both of those young people have deleted their social media.
Yeah. I've seen them deactivate it. They probably gotta just escape it.
Yeah.
That's they gotta just figure that out. That's their business. You feel me? And yeah, it is hard.
Yeah.
I know. It'd be tough.
What made you decide? Well, I know you said you didn't want to make it wasn't a secret, and you've been so was this a decision that you and her came to? Like, babe, okay, I'm ready to let the world know.
Nah, it was like me, like for real, like yeah, me and her, but like it was on some like I don't know, like I just didn't want because I'm live and everybody was suspecting it already, and then like I was trying to avoid certain things, and I just hate having to hurdle and duck certain questions. So I was like, yeah.
This was the time to make it happen.
Yeah.
You're the first streamer to have a deal with Nike. Nike is not an easy brand to build a relationship with because it's so far. They're athletic.
Right.
That's what they do. They want to do something in that space, and you're a streamer. So when Nike reached out and was like, hey, we want to do something with you, come in, or they either flew you in or they came in to see you. How was that? How was that you brokered
So I
that
think
deal?
it started because, oh my God, it's so crazy because it's like, I think it started by them sending me a package to my house.
A care package, huh?
Yeah, and I had opened it on stream, and my reaction was like just crazy. Like, they sent me sneakers, and I was either saying it was good or not, and they just loved it. And everybody loved it, so I guess they seen it like that, and then they were like, bro, when they told me they wanted me to be under Nike as a streamer, I'm like, what? And I couldn't wait to announce it. I had to hold it in, and then once they said it was good to announce, like I got to announce it. I was just so happy.
So let me ask you, if you could create your own Nike shoe, what would casting that Nike shoe look like?
It would definitely be, I think it would have to be Air Force Ones,
Okay.
MF Ones, or some Mafia Ones, MF Ones, or like KC3s, or like something like, I don't know how I would color it, but it would definitely like have some like a 3 on it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll be spoke to them. I say, hey, if I get my sneaker now, I'm gonna get to work.
Let me ask you this. So if you have a thing, so you can't wear any other apparel, obviously, like, is it like anything other than Nike gear? Like, I mean, obviously this is not
anything
Nike.
athletic I can't wear.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so like I can't wear that. Aloe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wear that. Puma recently sent me something, couldn't wear it.
Right.
But I really love Nike though.
Right.
So it's like,
It ain't no
it
thing.
worked.
Yeah, it ain't it's easy for you to turn that to not wear something else because you really love wearing Nike gear.
Yes.
Shoes,
Yes.
apparel, it doesn't matter.
They got the pants, they got good sweaters, they got a lot of stuff. Yeah.
How was the McDonald's deal? How did McDonald's? You be eating
Bro,
McDonald's?
I still can't believe I have McDonald's. Yeah, I be eating McDonald's. But like, I had, so like, I think a lot of these people just seen different streams of me talking about it. A lot of these companies, and they just like, they had like, oh yeah, he like it. But when I first heard I was doing a McDonald's commercial, I couldn't believe it.
Because they gave you your own meal, didn't they?
I couldn't believe it, yup. They gave me the chicken Big Mac. I could not believe it. They gave me my own commercial.
Right.
It was around the time I got T-Mobile.
Right.
And I remember I was on a flight. This is when it hit me. I was on a flight, and I was watching, oh my gosh.
Ah, man.
Damn, bro.
Did we get that? That joke got some fake Yeezys.
Yeah.
That joke got
hell nah.
He got us some Peasies.
Oh,
The
hell
Peasies.
nah.
Them Peasies. Them ain't no Yeezys.
Yo, my.
Yeah, we got that.
Them October blues.
Nah, cool. I don't know. Nah, that's so uncool.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But look, you could tell they're like a little beaten up though.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but then you reached down. I got to say something. Y'all saw that?
Nah, but what was I saying? McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah. So when that came about, I was like, damn, like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Make my own commercial, but it hit me because I was on a flight, and I had this woman next to me. It's like a little old lady, and we were both watching the baseball series.
Okay.
And
the World Series, the Yankees.
It went to commercial.
Yeah.
And the commercial was McDonald's. It was another commercial, and it was T-Mobile, like back to back.
Oh yeah.
And it's been happening a lot around that time when the commercial went out. And like she looked at me, and she was like, she looked at the TV, and she looked at me, but didn't say nothing. I'm like, I'm just let her. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
She didn't say nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say anything.
There was one time I was in I went to the movies. The bartender was like getting the snacks like popcorn and stuff like that, and he's filling up the Coca-Cola. And when he's filling up the Coca-Cola, there's a big screen in the lobby that shows like the games and stuff before you get into the movies, the actual movie theaters. And like he was filling up Coca-Cola, and he's looking at the big screen behind me, and it was me and McDonald's, and he was like looking at me like, "Is that you?" Yeah. I was like, yeah. I'm like, that's the craziest thing because it's national TV, national commercial going out. Like a lot of the older folks be able to see it. So like they were like, yo, congrats on this.
What's Kai's meal at McDonald's? So Kai's going there. I know
They don't got the chicken Big Mac no more.
Right.
But I love me a Big Mac.
Okay.
With some fries and sweet tea and cookies.
Yeah.
They slap.
They still have the apple pie?
They do. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they make.
I used to eat a lot. I used to eat like a 20-piece, 2 Big Macs, 2
Why
large
is it
fries.
so easy to eat unhealthy? It's like so easy to like.
It is.
Yo, it's just like, but it's good, dude. It's good, bro. It's good.
Northwest, you were her favorite, Kanye's oldest daughter. You were her favorite, and so I think you attended her 11th birthday party, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So, cause you ended up having an issue with her father, Kanye.
Yeah, me and Kanye was going about it at first. Yeah.
Okay, he sent you some jeans, right?
Some pants.
Some pants.
Sweatpants, yeah.
Switch you some sweatpants.
And it didn't fit.
You said I was this size. He sent you a size that was
bigger.
Looked like probably fit me.
Yeah. It fit you, but it did not fit. Like I legit put it on and it dropped.
Right.
With my boxes on.
And that's all you said. You're like, hey, Kanye, appreciate that, bro, but these don't fit.
Yeah, he
took offense to it.
He said, you. He said, you and what you got going on, bro. He said he went in a whole. Bro, it was. I'm on live.
Yes.
So I'm typing. We're in the DMs on live. I'm texting in front of everybody. It's like 100,000 people in there just seeing me text Kanye. And he just like, you're not gonna trash my brand like this. You're a pawn, and all that. And yeah, it just ended up. We just ended up going at it. And after his manager called me that night, he cooled down. His manager was like, yo, he feel like me and Kanye don't need to be going back and forth. And then after,
He was like, I ain't going back and forth. I just said I appreciate the gift, but it didn't fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit. And I just like just send a new one.
Did he send it?
And then they did send it. They did send one. But then after, I think Kim, so North really loved my streams and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, when your kid likes something like. She told Kim so much like, yo, Kai, like I love Kai, and then she reached out to me. She was like, yo, I want to make sure that you surprise. If you're able to surprise North, that would be amazing. And then I surprised her.
Wow.
I got to surprise her, and Kim said that.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set.
Yo, thank you so much. I surprised her, but Kim had told me what was different than me just stopping by was like. I like spent the whole day like they went to American Dream. Like I was tired. And they just like, yeah, let's go to the roller coaster. Let's do it. And I still went and did everything, and we had a good time. And like Kim was like, she appreciated me so much for that. So yeah.
So prior to that, had you ever met Kim before?
I think so. I'm trying to. I think it was through North. I think North just kept pushing it.
Right.
Oh, no, a mutual friend of Kim and me was like, yo, North wants to FaceTime you. And then North FaceTime me on Kim's phone. And then that's how it started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy, yeah.
So you got to play a therapist on your Mafia-thon, right?
Yep.
So did that come about? So that happened after?
Oh, wait, what?
On your thon, on your Mafia-thon. She was on your promo video.
What was it?
Kim.
Kim, yes,
Yeah. So did this happen after or before you did?
After.
Okay.
This happened after the birthday party. This happened like the month, like 2 weeks. No, like a month prior before I had to do a 30-day.
Right.
Yeah.
So your Mafia-thon, you stream 30 straight days.
Yep.
24 hours a day, right?
Right. On camera, 24/7. Like I don't even like being off camera and doing that. Like on camera.
So everything.
Except for when I have to pee.
Yeah. So everything you do prior to you like going to handle your business in the bathroom is on camera.
Yep. Everything. Every single moment. Everything.
You did that. You recently did one. It ended up with 728,000 subs, 50,000 unique viewers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Read that you were coughing up blood.
Oh yeah.
So what? So did you eat something? Were you that fatigued?
I got sick, bro. I don't know what happened, but it was like a good 4 days of me just dying. Like I'm
and you want to do it again?
What?
The Mafia-thon.
I mean, if it holds a future for me to do it again, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but I was coughing up blood, and I was sick. I was out of it. I ain't gonna lie. Like it be times where you don't want to be in here, but it is about commitment. Like I'm so big on once I said I'm gonna do something, I gotta do it.
So how do you prepare for something like that?
Oh man.
Is there any way to prepare for it?
Yeah, there is. You just stay off the internet. Just clear your mind real quick.
So you don't. So when you gonna getting ready to prepare for this, you do no internet.
Yeah, you can't. I don't like to rush anything. Like I have to stay off the internet. I have to plan. I have to be in front of that whiteboard. We have to confirm everything. We have to make sure we get the right people. We got to make sure we get the right crazy activities we want to do during the day. We want to make sure that everything is top tier and like what people's gonna love. So I just love to stay off the internet and just spend time with close ones. Me personally.
Now, you were swatted,
right?
On one of them, and they made you hold on. And didn't Twitch like take down your page?
Yeah, for 5 minutes. Yeah, they made me for 5 minutes and got banned. But yeah, everybody, yeah, it was crazy. I got swatted. They made a false call, false claim. They got to find a way to be able to find people from doing that. But yeah, they found exactly where I was.
Cause they got helicopter circling and everything.
Yeah.
Hold on. Was this Mafia-thon, was it next to the place that Diddy had?
I found out I was Diddy's neighbor on the third day. I swear to you, I didn't even know Diddy was right there. I literally, somebody, my barber came in, he's like, you know you right next to Diddy, right? Or like, it had somebody dropped it in my Reddit of the view of the helicopter, and then right over it, it was Diddy's house. Like, he got a slide in the backyard and all types of shit. Wow. It was crazy, yeah. It was just the most random.
So it might have been some parties at your house.
Oh my God. You ever was at a Diddy party?
No,
Never?
I ain't never been invited. I ain't that big. I mean, maybe if I was in the position that I'm in now, but back then, no. I don't get invited to no parties, bro. Plus, I'm a homebody.
Do you like partying or no? Nah. I feel
I just like to be to myself, man.
I feel that.
You know.
I feel that.
They see me, I'm in the airport, or I'm going point A to point. Normally, mainly when people see me, I'm in the airport, I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
That's the extent.
Or you getting freaky.
Huh? Hey, Kai,
give me some more.
It's too soon, Kai. I need a year. September 11, 2025.
Hey, you a freak ass. Hey, that nigga. Hey, Santa. No, I'm on you now, bro. Hey, you going crazy, bro.
Oh, come on,
no, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know how scary that is.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Immerses you in a universe without
On the live, you know, because of you, I always check to see if my phone is on. Like, I make sure it's locked. Like, bro, like, damn, Shannon. Wow.
As a matter of fact, I don't even really film nothing now. I let Jordan film. I let Jordan tape everything, my dogs, everything. Jordan catch everything on that phone. I'm afraid now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad, man. Hold on, Kai. You had a few people on your stream that said, you know, when you do these things, you look.
Huh?
Yeah, you look smelly.
Smell what?
Body. Odor.
Body?
Yeah,
I smell?
That's what Drewski said. So
my God, Drewski's a dumbass, man.
Drewski said your bedroom smell like spoiled milk.
Shannon, look, listen to me. We should have did an interview in my bed, in my room.
No, we should have did it if it smelled like clabber milk. No.
It is the best smelling room that you would ever be on. That carpet is the cleanest. You understand me? The cleanest carpet ever, and everything is just so well.
So
put
how you
together.
say he got bed bugs?
He's a hater. He's a hater. Him and Kevin are haters, bro.
What about Lizzo and Sis saying that your showering techniques, you know?
Cause they didn't think I washed my balls because the camera was there. They're hating too.
Well, you did say you have on Swift trunks.
I'm clean.
You gotta update this.
I'm just saying what you said. I don't know how you do it with swim trunks.
Oh no! All you gotta do is say. All you gotta do is just turn around and then put your rag in there and just scrub. Okay. And you can do the same shit with your ass.
Okay. But you
be washing your ass?
Yeah.
All right.
But I got new. You know, you have to have two rags.
What you got? Oh, what's what we on?
Two rags.
Okay.
One for your face and one for your butt. You using the same rag?
Nah, hell no. I'm not.
Yeah, you did.
No,
yeah, you did. You
I'm not.
You think he paused?
No.
He paused.
No. I wash my rag. Wait, you don't put your rag on your face though.
No, I got a rag for the face and a rag for the butt.
For the face? Oh no.
Yeah, you got one rag to do everything. You washing your feet.
Where's the body? What about the body? Your body.
Okay, I got a rag. Then all I do is wash my face.
Use the butt rag.
No.
Yes, you do use the butt.
You did. You just said you did.
Look though. Yeah, you can use it because it's washing. Everything's getting washed out.
No.
Yeah, and you wash in the laundry.
So
yes.
now your face smells like butt.
No, I wash my body.
Yes.
And then I go there last.
No.
And then
you
you wash
have
it
a rag
out.
just for your face.
No. I don't because I you know what I'm saying. I put the
scrub. Okay,
yeah, I do everything with my hands when I step out the shower.
Okay.
Yeah. I do a whole lot. Come on, bro.
Sounds suspect to me. What you say.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. So let me ask you a question. Who blocked you? Somebody blocked you.
Who blocked me?
Glorilla blocked you because you said something about the song.
She did block me. I ain't lie, I'm just an honest dude, Shannon.
You ain't like the song?
I did not like that shit, man. Bro, think about it. We're cool now. Think about it though. Ever since she dropped that shit, ever since I called it out,
she been dropping the heat.
She been dropping some heat.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
She not around. She been dropping some heat. So like,
I like Glo though.
Yeah,
she's funny, man. She's
cool.
unbelievable.
She's good. She's just gotta keep that focus, that laser focus, keep going crazy.
Man, let me ask you a question. How did you come up with the term Riz?
Riz, so boom. So like, in my inner circle, in my friend group, we always used to say it all the time.
Yeah.
But after I just started saying it on stream, and it got crazier and crazier and crazier. At first, everybody was like, I can still remember the same stream when I first said it. Everybody was like, what? Oh, hell no. But after it hit TikTok, once it hit TikTok, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was in a dictionary. That's crazy.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Why everybody be blocking you? SZA blocked you too.
No, SZA never blocked me.
Okay.
Listen, the blogs ran with that. She never blocked me. I text her, and she has a setting on her Instagram where she can't accept
messages.
text messages unless
from
it's
somebody.
accepted.
Right.
Yes.
Unless she follow you, you follow her.
Yes. So I did that, and everybody thought she blocked me.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. How does a guy stay out of the friend zone? Because there's sometimes women have men that they only see them as a friend, and once they view you as that, ain't no coming into the other house where we can be anything other than
I think you
friends.
gotta make it clear, dude.
You ain't trying to be no friend.
It depends on who. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's in a predicament where they wanna talk to somebody, you have to make that clear from the jump.
Okay.
You can't be cool. And you gotta re-sign. There's red flags. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I done been friend zone before in front of mad people.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Who did Tyler did it?
Yeah, that was a
You
weird.
was trying to get at Tyler though? You would have.
That was weird. No, I just did it. Just do it. I literally just did it. But that was a weird
She put
time.
you to friend.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get it. You might be thinking.
Yeah, but like, and other than that though, you gotta just, I don't know, you gotta just lock in.
But is there any way to get out the friend zone once you've been put in the friend zone?
I think it's possible.
It's like a timeout.
I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible.
What you got to do to get out of the friend zone?
You gotta just
pray.
You gotta just, shit. I think you gotta just. I think when somebody tells you clearly, your friends, I think
ain't no turning back from that.
Yeah. Ain't no turning around from that. Like, you can't. It gotta be like, y'all gotta know each other for a minute to where like she ends up liking you for you, or like seeing you differently. But
what about when she tell a girl, oh, me and Kai, we just friends. He's just my friend.
What?
I mean, somebody say that. That's just my friend.
If somebody says that, like, they could be lying. Somebody could just be lying, or But if they tell you directly, like, yo,
I just see you as a friend.
Yeah, then you gotta just accept it. You gotta just accept it.
You
I don't think it's like I look at that as like no. So you gotta just respect the no.
Okay.
You feel me? The rejection.
Have you ever put somebody in the friend zone?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah. You know, you gotta just be like, nah, man, I'm not.
No, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So let me ask you this: what have you learned about dating? Because you're a very public figure. You're not being Kai. You can't go anywhere without someone knowing who you are.
Right.
So you can't. Ain't no more creeping. The creeping days for you are officially over.
Yeah.
So the days that, oh man, I'm gonna sneak off and go to the movies. I'm gonna sneak off and go to the skate rink. I'm gonna sneak. So what have you learned about dating since you become this Casanet?
Dating, Like what? Like going out? Or
Yeah.
like just in general?
So yeah, how do you handle it? Yeah, how do you handle dating publicly?
Oh, I know how to say low key. Like I go like COVID mask, then I go like shades. But like I used to do like we either like eat private, like we just know somebody that's there and they're gonna make sure that we're good.
Okay.
And then or we I don't know, we still go to the movies and it be public.
Wow.
We still go
And
there.
people don't recognize you?
I be having like a COVID mask.
I mean, if I were to see you with a COVID mask, I'm like, man, I saw Castanet with a COVID mask on.
I be having the hoodie up, COVID mask, and then when I get in there, I take it off. But like eating and stuff, like
right,
you know, or you can do things at home too.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Let me ask you a question. Because sometimes, you know, I've heard women say, well, I know God ain't gonna send me my husband in the DM. So where are you on meeting someone on IG, meeting someone on social media? You okay with that? Or are you still traditionalist? I want to meet you at the gym. I want to meet you out.
I feel like in today's day and age, it's just however your story happens, that's how it happens.
Okay.
Because it came out of nowhere. Like you just got to be able to just however it's gonna come to your life.
Yeah.
Recognize it, realize it, really make sure that they're the one, and then. Yeah, and then
have you ever been on a dating app?
Nah, never. I'm probably on some like streaming. When I was on streaming, I had my I was on stream swiping stuff, but I was like 2021. I was on some like joking around, but not seriously though.
Have you been catfished?
Definitely been catfished.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? But that was a minute ago too.
But let me ask you a question: do you think it's harder now to talk to a woman? Be authentic, be genuine, both of you on both ends, than it was in the past? Not that you have a whole lot of, I mean, you're young, you're 22, 23 years of age.
Right.
So you haven't had a whole lot of dating of what it was like in the 80s and 90s, even the 2000s, basically. So this is very new to you. So how difficult is it to date for someone like you?
Oh man, I actually had the mindset that I didn't even want to be in a relationship. Like I didn't want that in my life because I was so laser focused. And then after like, when I did find the one, I was like, we just kicked it. We just had a great time. And it was just on some stuff where it's like, when you could feel it, it's weird, but you can feel, and you've like, when somebody is like your perfect match, like you can literally feel the vibes, and plus on a mindset level and what they bring to you on a day-to-day basis, like physically, spiritually, mentally, like.
So you can tell when a woman likes you for kind or for what kind brings
very
to the
like I ain't gonna lie, it'd be very obvious. Like I'll be able to spot stuff, and like I'll take it slow in these areas on purpose just to see how you would react in this predicament and see how you are when I'm doing this or when I'm not doing this, and you can be able to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The relationship that you're currently in, how did you know she was the one?
Man.
If you ever want to know why I block ads with Pi, this is why I block ads with Pi.
I just found what may be the biggest YouTube hack of 2024. It's called Pi, and it actually made me start watching YouTube again because I don't have to rage out anymore.
Oh man, like it was just so. I just knew she was the one to pick when we were able to connect on a level that I've never connected on, and also on something that just rekindled a light within me that was like, that I didn't feel like was possible to find, like at least not right now.
Right.
She like, it's just like she tries her best to make a lot of things easy for me because she knows how busy I am, and she understands what I'm doing and how important what I'm doing is to me. Like in terms of like, oh, you gotta go do this, here's your time, go do that. And we still find ways to still have time for each other. And it'd be great. Like we both try to be we try to be closer to God too. Like that's something new that somebody else showed me. Like she don't play around when it comes to that. She could cook. Her cooking is good. Like I don't be having to order. She makes sure I like get some rest. Like get some rest. You gotta get sleep at this time. Go to sleep. Wake up at this time.
So it's not a situation that, because a lot of times you being busy as you are, the internet is your thing, and so you have to spend a lot of time. Man, when you gonna find time for me? Hey, come on now. You know what I was doing before you met me, and it was cool. Now all of a sudden, you find time for what you want to do.
Yeah, she understands it, and it's great. Like
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at DDG, he was kind of in a similar situation like you were. Wasn't he screaming? Didn't he scream?
He screamed a little bit, yeah.
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 And it's just hard kind of for me, like public relationships, because this is my thought process. So you let me know what you think. I just feel that if you date publicly, you're gonna have to break up publicly, because when people say amicably, I just saw, who was that? Was it Ray J and Princess Love and somebody else he was seeing, and they posted all this stuff online, and it's like, really, is that really necessary?
Well, you gotta know how to. You gotta have that conversation. You gotta know how to handle. You gotta know how to move. Like, if you're just on the internet 24/7 showing your, I feel like that's unnecessary.
Correct.
Showing off your relationship on the internet 24/7.
Trying to make everything seem perfect.
Yeah, like, and it's like you gotta just know when to punch in and punch out. You gotta just know when it's just enough. Like I've done it once so people know, but like we make sure.
You're probably done with it now.
You gotta think, right? You gotta think like, my life is on social media so much, being live, and everybody knows everything about me. So when I found somebody that meant a lot to me, I like to keep it like at where I'm in control. We're both in control on like what we want people to see. You feel me?
Right.
And it works out great because we both we enjoy the time without the phone, like phone aside, like right, no phone. We put our phones over there and we enjoy our time.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying about DDG, about his girl, the young lady that he had the child with, is that she was upset because he was on stream and he had his son. Well, she said it was her child. Obviously, it was their child.
Yes.
And that. So
I just think that just took a little bit of communication beforehand and transparency.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I don't think she should have. She could have called. She should have called him.
Yeah.
Didn't have to put that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in, no matter what y'all going through, keep that in between. Like, make sure.
Keep it offline.
Yeah. And she came back and apologized.
Yeah.
And that took a lot to apologize and stuff.
Right.
When everybody already on your side, it takes a lot. So like, now for sure, like, they realized that, and all that took was some transparency and talking. That's it.
Let me ask you this: where are you on kids? You want kids?
I do. Like later on.
Later on.
I do. Yes.
Marriage?
I do.
What's the age you think? What's the perfect age to get married?
I don't think there's any perfect age.
You just know when it's right.
When you're right, when you're ready. Yeah, I think when you're ready, that's the age for it.
You paid for someone's honeymoon.
I did.
What made you decide to do that? Did you know this person?
Huh?
Did you know this person?
I known him for a month. Yeah.
So in other words, no, he did not know this person.
So it was one night I was streaming and he was in the hills of California, and he was on his drum set and he was able to mimic any song that was played, and then he had like 90 viewers in there, and he was like, "Yo, Kai, I see you doing your Mafia-thon. I'll keep you up the whole night if you need me to." And I was like, "Bet." So I had to go to my room, and I said, "Yo, every time there was 100 subs come in, he has to play the drum set," and I ended up building a great relationship with him. And like, as the beautiful thing about streaming for 30 days is that when time goes on, you start to realize that you're in front of the camera a lot, and everybody knows you and everybody loves you, but the people around you are able to flourish and able to build something that they've never seen before. I'm used to it. They probably never seen it on a scale like this.
Right.
So when I'm there able to change someone's life in the span of 30 days in front of all these viewers and everybody loving them, man, let them go. Let them really get to take over and let them really shine in a bright spotlight. And that's what I loved about it. A lot of people from them 30 days was able to build something that they never had before. And that was the best. That was probably like the best thing about the 30 days.
I didn't know streamers had beef, but I was reading that you and XQC had a beef.
Nah, we don't have beef.
Y'all don't have a beef? Y'all worked it out?
Yeah, we worked it out.
Okay.
I think it was a little misunderstanding, and it was just like, it's not worth it, because me and him are really cool. So like, yeah, we definitely got to speak off. Like, and you know what, it's so crazy because a lot of things could be prevented offline with communication. So we definitely got to where we're cool.
Well, then why people get so upset at you? Because everybody seemed to be getting upset because it seems like nobody had a problem with you when you was here.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you got here.
That's how it is.
It seems like people have a problem oh, well, he doing this. All he does is get celebrities on his pod, or all he does is do this. I'm like, well, so let me ask you a question. If the same celebrities that I have on my pod or on my stream, if they wanted to come on yours, you're going to say no.
Which one?
They wouldn't. No, I'm saying
exactly.
people say that about you.
Yeah. Nah, it's just, I mean, it's just a thing that's it's always gonna be a part of the storyline, like, and that's just something you just gotta think. They won't go the extra mile to like look to see what else you don't know, what else besides it, and that's okay. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just think about it like the people who watch me just know. They realize it.
You're not an overnight sensation. People don't realize what you took, 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, to see what you, in order for you to get to where you are. All they see is here. Right. But nobody saw here and what it took for you to get here.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like try to undermine, make it seem like you took a shortcut. Well, you took the long way, but people weren't interested in the long way.
Yeah, a lot of people just love my stream. And then it starts off with like them just want to come and then let them on.
Right. Is there any streams that you regret?
Any streams that I regret? I don't think I think there's no stream I regret. And if something crazy did happen, then I would just like learn from it. You know.
You did catch a lot of flack, and there were a lot of people that were upset about you did the prison stream. That I think you spent 7 days in prison. And you streamed that, and a lot of people like, bro, you're a black man. Let's not promote anything. There's nothing positive about going to prison. Let's not promote that.
Yeah.
Is that something that you wish you hadn't done, or did they misunderstand what you were trying to do?
They misunderstood what I was trying to do. I understand their views on it though, but if they really watch, this is the thing with clips. When you see a clip, it just says a narrative,
right?
And the people run with that clip. But if they really watch, I was really showing them why you don't want to be there.
Okay.
I had to actually go through hours of just not eating nothing, waiting to not even get no visitations, no nothing. So like anytime when something fun happened, was just somebody a new person came in at like 3 p.m. But like other than that, I was trying to show them like I was cold in there. You have no access to social media, no nothing.
Right.
So, but I understand their views on it. But like, I think people misunderstood me.
Right.
And what I was trying to really do.
What about the magician that I think he
That was crazy. Oh my God.
And you banned, from that point on, you banned magicians, right?
Bro, yes. I'm not gonna lie. That is still crazy, the craziest thing ever. Like, I don't know why that like, it was insane. Cause like, he lied to my team and people about what he was trying to do. And it ended up being the whole thing. And I'm like, damn, like, and he really tried that with me. Cause like, I let him, like, the year prior to that, a lot of people figured out who he was because I let him on and he displayed a beautiful thing. And it just ended up going left when he came back the second time. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm done with magicians. No more rabbits out the hat, none of that. I'm over it. Hell nah.
Cal, what happened with you went back to NYC and you was having this giveaway and somehow you was giving away shoes, I think, or you was giving something for Christmas.
I was giving away like PCs, PS5s. I was giving away like gift cards, like a whole bunch of stuff.
And something happened. It went haywire. It went way left.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you ended up getting arrested.
Yeah, I got arrested.
Hey YouTubers, if you have at least 10,000 subscribers, or maybe you earn one of these, I have some great...
Yes. It was
so
say, oh, glory to Jesus Christ. He's the true champion. He changed my life.
So what happened?
So boom. I just want to do something nice. I haven't been in my... that year, I wasn't there for like 8-9 months. I didn't visit back home or nothing. And I came back, and I was like, damn, I want to do something nice. And during the summertime, and then for some reason, like in my head, I'll be thinking I'm just not this popular guy. Cause I'm in front of the computer so much. And then like, at first I was saying, when I was doing it, I was like, I think only like 500 people gonna pull up. Like, I think only like 500 like people just want to see me or just like want to get something. Like, I don't think it'd be too crazy. I think it'd be controllable and all that. That was not the case. We got there. I went to the middle of the crowd. I could not get out. There's a lot going on. and police tricked me. They got me. They said they was gonna help me, and they arrested my ass.
They helped you.
Yeah, they
really helped you get out of the crowd.
They arrested my ass. No cap. They helped me. They got me over the fence. I was like, damn.
Now
So
come
like,
on, go with us.
yeah, but like it was live and learn. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I just know I gotta do it better. You feel me? So.
But now all of a sudden you refocused. Not all of a sudden, but you refocused, and you want to help build a school in Nigeria.
Yes, so I'm glad you brought that up. So we currently building that right now as we speak. We got to raise a lot of money during the Mafia-thon. And I've been to Nigeria and I was in Makoko. People was asking me like, why Nigeria? And I've been
You
to
Nigerian?
Huh?
You
I'm not Nigerian.
Okay.
But when I did go visit, I love the country so much. And I went to Makoko and I seen some like real deal things that I was like, damn, my life is blessed because I'm like, the things that I was seeing, I'm like, oh my God, these people can do it. And I seen these kids that were very enthusiastic in learning, but they still going through what they had to struggle. And I was like, you know what? I want to build a school. And then we got it. We got the team on board. And right now, we're currently making it. And hopefully, it'll be done in 2025. I'm going to go visit. I want to go be able to visit it and make sure it's perfect. I want to make sure it's perfect before I reveal it.
But obviously, anytime a situation like that, people are like, well, you didn't have to go to Nigeria. You could have done something like
in
that.
the Bronx, yeah, I've seen all that. Yeah, you go to Nigeria, you in the Bronx. I was like, you cannot win.
You can't.
You can't win.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Because even if you donate money, that's all you donated, all that money you done made. I'm like, bro, you didn't donate anything.
Yeah.
But now you talk about what I donated, but you didn't donate anything.
Yeah.
It's never enough.
It's never.
Do you feel like, damn, I'm just trying to do something good out of the kindness of my heart? I don't want anything in return, and I get beat up because I didn't.
You can't focus too much on it. Because I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I feel like the majority of the things that I'm in, there's a lot of positivity.
Right.
There's way more positivity than there is negative. But to the average person, you see a lot of positivity, and that one negative thing can stand out over a lot of the positive things. So you can't take a lot of it serious. You gotta just, your good intentions. As long as you know that you know your intentions. You feel me? So
movies.
Oh man.
You want to do movies?
Hell yeah. You know what's crazy? I want to direct and film either a show or a movie, and I want to but I definitely want to act. I definitely do.
Because here's the thing now, you can't, look, you've had Kevin on the stream several times, and you can't get somebody better. He's been in the game, he's a director, he's an actor, he's a writer, producer, K Hart is where it's at.
Yeah.
So have you run some of the ideals that you have?
I have. Ever since day one, he said like he makes sure to guides me on the right path, and like he helps me with like find writers or help me find these people that I just don't know who's good enough, and he makes sure that he's a good person to like point me in the right direction when it comes to that type of field. I've ultimately learned that like I can't balance out streaming and a movie at the same time, so it has to be perfect timing. You feel me? So I definitely do want to act though, bro. Like movies and stuff is like a big thing, because that's what I started with, skits, and that was just acting.
Right.
So like I didn't even know I wanted to be a streamer yet, but that's like definitely on my.
Have you taken acting classes?
I'm about to get into it though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. So I already want to see how that goes, and I want to sharpen up my skills, and get into it.
Hold on, you got into the Good Burger 2 role from talking about it on your stream?
Yeah. The director's son seen the clip and showed the director, and he let me in, and that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
The Wayans brothers, they're doing Scary Movie 6.
They are.
Marlon, you game? You down?
Yeah, I'm down. I've been in contact, and Marlon, I'm telling you, you give me that opportunity, it's gonna be. I will make sure to take that seriously. So.
But I read what Kevin Hart said, like he wants to do something with you and Drewski because your chemistry on the stream is like, okay, you can tell that you guys sincerely like each other, and there's no denying your chemistry. Right. Over 700,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch, which is crazy.
Which is crazy on Twitch is insane.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, 100%. Like, I definitely would love to do something with Kevin and Drewski in the future. So. What's
the best advice K Hart has given you?
The best advice Kevin has given me is in order to go where you want to be at, you gotta just do it. Not you gotta just work hard, non-stop. It was one time he had me up at like 5 in the morning to go to the gym with him to show me like him go to the gym with him at 5 in the morning. We worked out. I never worked out at 5 in the morning. We worked out.
Yeah, I was like
As soon as we walked out, he said, "Look how we just finished something, and people are about to wake up in like a few hours. Like you already got that out of your day. Your day, that's already got your day run." And after he was like, he had me on set like of something he was filming, and I got to see that. So like behind the scenes of that, and he's just a worker.
He's a workaholic.
He works.
I got to give him
hard.
to it. He work his ass off because
Yeah,
he's always doing something.
Yeah, always.
He's always doing.
He
He's doing a commercial. He's doing a show. He's doing a movie. He's doing a series. He's always doing something.
And he works hard. I ain't gonna lie. I do like him for what.
Kevin Hart said that he would like for you to play him in his biopic, but in order for you to play him, Kev ain't got no dreams.
Yo, I know, but I can't cut these off. He's bugging. Kevin is what? Kevin, listen, I ain't gonna lie. That is, first of all, I'm honored that he would even say that.
Yeah.
That is insane.
But
like for me to play him, but he really don't got no locks. I can't. I'm not cutting my locks, bro. He got to do something. It got to be.
But I mean, I don't. Who taller, you or Kev?
Me. He is a little man.
I don't know.
What? Bro, Kevin is so small. Bro, he's tiny. He's like right here.
I mean, y'all. I don't know. I think I might have to go lean, get a nod to Kev.
Oh my gosh, Kevin is small. I can still grow. So by the time I'm his age, I'll be taller.
Nah, bro, you do it.
He's literally so short, bro.
Oh well, I tell you what. This is how we can solve it.
Okay.
1-on-1 basketball. Who winning?
He already did that.
You beat him?
No, he cooked me.
Damn!
I know, he baked me. His kids was there, he's on camera on stream, but he baked me, bro. But it was a little slippery, but I ain't gonna, I'll give it to him. He baked me. He's athletic.
Let me ask you a question. The big three of content creators. Who you got in your big three of content creators? And it doesn't matter the platform. It can be Twitch, it can be YouTube, or whatever platform. Your big three. Who's your big three content creators right now?
Yeah, big three content creators right now. Oh my gosh. Right now, currently?
Yeah.
Nah, I when I hear big three of content, like always, I'll say Aiden, Speed, and myself. Like, from what I like really got on the internet, like, bro, it's so hard to do something at a hard level, at a high level for a minute. You feel me? Like, just all the accomplishments I have seen, I'll probably say that's the big three.
What about Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast is goated too. No, but like, he's so goated, but like, I'm talking about for me personally, like, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Because you've been on some of his platforms. You've been that $1 Million Challenge or something that they brought you.
He's insane. He's insane. But from what me personally, from what I've seen and the things that I had to see, like, bro.
You also asked Elon Musk to help you be the first stream from outer space.
Yeah, dude. I want to go to space. They said it's a 3% chance of dying. But I want to be the first one to say, like, yo, chat. I just do.
And then.
Like, and float around and then come back. But imagine going to space, streaming and come back.
You smoke weed?
I don't.
Oh.
Why?
You can go to space and never leave the ground.
Yo, oh my gosh. But.
Because Wiz got some
I smoked with Snoop. And I
hotbox with Snoop.
I would never smoke again. I'm never doing it again. That. No cap. But for real though, yeah, that would be legendary.
Hold on, time out. You played the game with Speed 5 days, over 105 hours. You guys were chained together, wrestling and shout. Bro, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how.
This game, you're not ready for it.
How you sit around and come up with the stuff that you're gonna do, because it's just not good enough to just sit there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Me and Speed, like, we doing a marathon tomorrow. We gotta start a marathon tomorrow. We're gonna be on the game until we get off. But like, I deadass like get this idea, and if I could do it with somebody, I always call Speed up. I'll say, yo, bro, I'm gonna set up everything. I'll pay for everything. I'll get the house. I get the set designer to make sure that the room's where it is. Whole new PC. Just pull up and he pull up every time. We just make sure that we're just I just like playing the game with him. Like, he's cool. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. He said that you're not very good. He said he cooked you in basketball too. He said he cooked you in.
We never played basketball.
But he said he cooked you though. He said he's a better athlete.
He is athletic. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I seen him back flipping and he racing no allows.
Yeah, he's very athletic, but he didn't cook me no basketball. Dude.
He said he would though.
I don't think so. That you would have to. We would have to do a. We would have to play a couple. Bro, I played in the NBA. I shot 100% from the field.
Yeah, you. I'm
an LBA champion. Literally, I was cooking them little niggas. I'm telling you, bro.
But bro, you was cooking 7-year-olds, bro.
They're almost 13 though.
No, almost.
So they're almost like they're right there. They're damn near adults, bro. Get them out of here. Cooking them. They want to play basketball. This is what they signed up for, bro. They knew exactly the rules and regulations that was in the LBA.
Bro, you was like Shaq.
Bro, okay. Not even getting no visitations, no nothing. So like anytime when something fun happened, was just somebody a new person came in, and I let him like just not. And I went to Makoko, and I saw they were very enthusiastic in learning, but they still going through what they had to and struggle. And I was like, you know what? And right now, and make sure you go to Nigeria. I was like,
I'm like, bro, you didn't donate anything.
Yeah.
Because when people say amicably, you know, I just saw who's that? Really, is that really necessary?
Well, you gotta know how to. You gotta have that conversation, or like they realize that, or that was the best. That was probably like the best thing about the 30 days.
I didn't know.
Man, let them go. Let them be able to build something that they've never seen before. Everybody knows you and everybody loves you, but the people around you are able to flourish. If you need me to. And I was like, bet. So I had was played, and then he had like 90 viewers in there.
You paid for someone's honeymoon, big age, to get married.
I don't think there's any perfect age.
What made you decide to do that? To get married.
I don't think there's any perfect age.
Know when it's right.
When you're right, when you're ready. Yeah, I think that's the age for it.
What made
they realize that, and I
later on.
I do, yes.
Man,
realized that, and all I took was some transparency and talking. That's it.
Let me ask you this: where are you on kids? You want kids?
I do. Like later on.
Later on.
I do. Yes.
Marriage?
I do.
What's the age you think? What's the perfect age to get married?
I don't think there's any perfect age.
You just know when it's right.
When you're right, when you're ready. Yeah, I think when you're ready, that's the age for it.
You paid for someone's honeymoon.
I did.
What made you decide to do that? Did you know this person?
Huh?
Did you know this person?
I known him for a month. Yeah.
So in other words, no, he did not know this person.
So I was one night I was streaming, and he was in the hills of California, and he was just on his drum set, and he was able to mimic any song that was played. And then he said